game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. We choke game, how to have a game show. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, I fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dropping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tail, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supply. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the...
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every
my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. We got another morning advice show, wake and bake for the crew out there. What is going down? Shout out to everyone in the chat. The chat is going super lit right now, especially on Facebook. If you guys are watching on Facebook, hop over to YouTube, type in 420 Fantasy Hustler or Fantasy Football Hustler. Go join on YouTube. That is the best place. And let's see here. Let me shout out a couple of these questions, knock them out real quick. Dave in the Dynasty groups that got an offer for CMC, ETN, and Kamara. So ETN and Kamara for CMC. I'm holding on to CMC. Let's see here. Gonna go down. Jonathan said, what up? McKevin, Herbert or Fields, PPR Superflex. Doesn't matter if it's PPR because it's QBs that they don't receive. Herbert, come on, let's go Herbert. Let's see. Jacob said Captain Kirk or Monty. I'm going Monty Burns. Let's go Monty Burns. Anthony said Javonte or Breece Hall week 1. I mean, both of them are hurt. We got to see how they do in practice. I'm going to say Javonte for right now, but make sure you come back because that answer could change. Josh said, should I start Justin Fields or Aaron Rodgers? I'd start Aaron Rodgers week 1 on Monday night. Keelan in a 16-team league need to start one. Sky Moore, Elijah Moore, or Jefferson versus the Rams. As of right now, I'm going to go Sky Moore. Things may change, so you better be tapped in all week. Chris said, can Richardson be a top 10 QB? No, unless you're talking about 4-point passing and, just leagues like that where where the scoring isn't high for like QBs who pass the ball. Jillian, Van Jefferson or CEH to keep? Neither. Van Jefferson if you have to, but neither. Mike, 7th pick, 14-team standard. Look at a wide receiver. Yeah, Tyler Kelsey, for sure. And I'm trying to keep up with all the Facebook questions. There's so many that came in. Hop over to YouTube because after this little surge, we have a few things that we're gonna do and take a little break from the questions. So I'm trying to knock out as many as I can. Kaylin, I like the squad. Hey, Jonathan with an IDP question. CJ Mosley or Bobby Wagner, Derwin James, I have Bosa. I have Bosa's both. I need to change. Yeah, get rid of Joey Bosa, man. Like CJ Mosley and Bobby Wagner, you better figure out how to get them on your team like right now because they are both going to be top 5 linebackers. Do not sleep on the old linebackers over there because they kill it. And McKevin said, no, I traded Fields to get Hurts. Allen is my other QB. Awesome. Damn, said, who do I start in my flex? Stevenson, Jamal Williams, Gibbs, Javonte, McLaurin, Kirk. I mean, it's got to be Stevenson right now. I mean, come on. We're going to go with the highest drafted guy. I want to see more people hopping over to YouTube and showing the love from Facebook. I want peeps who are in the Facebook chat right now, hop over to YouTube and type in Fantasy Football Hustler and then leave a comment that says, I just came from Facebook. Throw it in there, peeps. Throw it in there. All right. And shout out to everyone who is on YouTube right now showing love. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Stranger. Shout out to Emil and Tom. Shout out to Antonio. Shout out to Marty on Twitch. Philly Mike OG in the house. What up?
Who else is here? Tino, what up? Who else is in here? And Tino said, while you guys are taking days off from work, the 420 crew never takes days off. You already know. And Marty said, kind of love my auction from yesterday. Hell yeah. What up, Chewy? He said, you're the guy who decided to keep Hawkinson. He said the guy decided to keep Hawkinson even though he has Kelsey, but he's interested in Taylor and Scary Terry. If he's trading you Hawkinson, do it in a New York minute. All right, let's jump back to Facebook. Dynasty question from Eric. Pick one to stash. Spiller, Strong, TDP, Mason, Eckler, Chubb owner. Probably Spiller or Mason. Yeah, probably Spiller or Mason. Tino said, how much you want to bet Chewy's real name is Jesus? All right. And there's a shitload of questions on Facebook. So I'm telling you guys, hop over to YouTube so you do not get left in the dust. Trust me. Get over there. Let me see. And just remember, guys, do not accept week 1 answers on Monday and think that it's final. Okay. You guys better be coming back. I just tagged everyone in the group so you guys know that we do these morning shows literally every single day. So if you're on Facebook and you aren't following my page, my personal page, make sure you follow that or friend me, because if you're not, you might not even get the updates that we're going live because I can't tag everyone every single time. Let's see. John on Facebook said Lancer Dak week 1. Ha! And Chris said, why aren't people talking about Najee and J.K. Dobbins? They are. Brian said, trade Dalvin Cook for Akers. Yeah, sure. Steve said, Jared Cook or Christian Watson? Jared Cook? I mean, it's Christian Watson, but are you sure you're not talking about a different Cook? John said, Fields or Tua? Come on, man, Tua. Tua week 1, let's go. And Evan said, start London or Dodson. You know what? I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Dodson.
Well, obviously.
We know that London could be a thing, but I mean, with Scary Terry, nursing that turf toe. Yeah. Oh, man. John Ho. Just put things in one time, please. And one question at a time. Never mind. Start 2. Cam, Javonte, Rashad White. Cam for sure. I think the Seahawks are gonna have real whack run defense. I mean, I guess it's probably Rashad White just because I'm a little nervous about Javonte, but you better be coming back. Let's see who else we got. Alan said Dotson over McLaurin. You have both. I mean, I guess just for this week, that's about it. Jesse said Pacheco or Pierce week 1. Man, I mean, I'm leaning Pacheco, but it's hella close. It's really just because Detroit, they really can't stop the run, and it's just going to be wild on that Thursday night game. You want all the pieces. And Chris said, what about Kittle, my guy? Kittle's awesome. I have him as the number 2 tight end. IP, 10-teamer, super flex, pick, 3rd pick, Burrow, Eckler, or Tyreek. Burrow. I mean, it depends on the scoring. It's either Burrow or Hill. And Chris said, should I start him over Cole from the Bears? Yeah, I mean, unless we hear something that, he's not going to play. And AJ said, why can't I post pictures? How am I supposed to maximize my post? This isn't a post, bro. You're commenting. All right. And Bogey's in the house.
I have a problem with that too. How come I can't put my pictures there, bro?
And if you don't want to get lost in the Facebook shuffle, you better come over to YouTube right now because there's so many people that comments are already getting lost in the shuffle. I'm throwing the link in the chat right now. Get over here and say that you came in from Facebook. And shout out to our man Schmitty, not the Schmitty that you guys think of, but the one who plays in the leagues with us, Preston. He said start 1, Jamal, Goddard, Gabe Davis. For week 1, it's going to be Jamal Mall.
Yeah, Jamal.
All right, and now we got a draft that's about to start here for the Debo. And Tino, let them know. Mystery Facebook dudes, come to YouTube. I put the link at the very bottom of the chat. More questions will be getting answered. All right. Here we go. I need everyone to give me a number between 1 and 69.
69, dudes.
We're taking all those numbers. We're going to average it out, and then that's how many times that we are going to be starting the that's how many times that we are going to be shuffling the deck here.
Truly's give me money. I think it's too early to eat some Molly mushroom things.
Says who? Isn't it a holiday?
I know, right? We got drafts today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're getting loaded.
You got the. I mean, you're not in the Debo. Can you tell Candlestick that he's on in the that we're about to be starting the Debo soon? And Hess, what up? What up?
The cannabis guardian angel himself.
So after we do this race, I'm gonna pull up that. What's it called? The team that you just sent.
Nice.
And Dennis, yes, we are live. We are live, Dennis. What up, AJ?
What up, Dennis? What up, AJ?
And Terrell, what up? He said, did my first 2 QB, standard 12-man, Lamar Jackson and Fields, Madison Pierce, Calvin Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Komet, flexes. I'm assuming. I mean, you know JW. There's multiple like JWs, right? Is that Jamal Williams? Is that Javonte Williams? Like, let's get into mid-season form and make sure we're putting the full name of people in there, or at least a way that we could distinguish between the two. I think this is all right. I mean, if this is the 4-point passing TDs, like I like it more because of Jackson and Fields. If it's 6-point passing TDs, but yeah, it's pretty solid.
I like it. You know, you could tell he went early on the QBs. You know, then he probably went a mixture of receiver, running back, right there with the guys he got with Pearson. Who's the other running back he got?
Who do you say? Pearson Madison.
Oh yeah. He might even went receiver Ridley. He probably went Ridley, then Pierce, Madison, Deontay.
And while we're doing this draft order race, guys, it gives you time to hop over to YouTube and subscribe and get your question in. We're taking about a 10-minute hiatus from questions on Facebook, or really just questions in general. So get over to YouTube so you can be amongst the next wave of questions. We'll be here for a couple hours, so do not slack. All right, we got a 55 from Emil. Beaten Cheeks Gaming, what up, with a 38. Derek with a 31. Crispy with a 33. Marty with a 69.
69, dudes.
And Dennis said, why are we back on the 420 network? Because we can actually stream there now. The reason why we weren't streaming there is because we got in trouble and they took away our streaming capability.
And then I killed all the right people I had to kill. And we got it back.
Oh, man. Uh-oh.
I will kill.
Hold on, wait. Who's the clown who said, why are you atting me, bro?
If I listen.
Just leave the group if you don't want to get tagged in a fantasy advice post. You cry, baby.
I want to tell something that dude. I wasn't even trying to tag you, bro. Fuck you. Okay.
And Hess said, when is the draft order race for Mortal Kombat? We still got one more spot that we got to fill. So if anyone wants to get into the best ball,
the candles to get it.
No, he didn't join yet. So I mean, it's still on the table. I sent it to him yesterday. And Hess said, should we move over? Where are you at, Hess? I can't see. You want to get on the 420 Hustler Network is where you want to be. If you can have the Fantasy Football Funk and the 420 Hustler channel on there, get them both up so you can help us with the watch time, because we are trying to get the Fantasy Football Funk monetized.
Did he join it? Did my brother join the Debo?
He's in there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I texted him. He just didn't. I texted him this morning saying we're going in about an hour.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. So we have 226. And how are we going to let me see. Oh, and Tom got a 17 in. So actually
17, dude.
Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 243 divided by 7, 34.7. So we'll round it up to 35. Look at all of our avatars shifting around. This is definitely the coolest way that you can do your draft order race. Way cooler than hitting a button that just says randomize. Get over to 100yardrush.com. We're not affiliated with them or anything. We just like the product. All right, now let's see. Let's start off with, all right. Who said they need to re-up on that Highsman apparel? And Thompson, what up? Beat Thompson said you need to re-up on that Highsman apparel. It's where it's at, bro. Let me show you.
I was almost gonna throw in that jersey right now, but I don't want to play it out.
I know, right? Let's see. Where is it? Where's the link for the Highsman? So to get all your Highsman gear, go over to Highsman.shop and then use the promo code 420crew. They're gonna take 15% off for you.
Tell them Bogey sent you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And Miguel, what up? What up?
Miguel, I love all your albums.
All right, let's see. And Antonio said, obviously, give me Dodson.
Well, obviously.
And okay, so let's see. We need, all right, cool. Candlestick just messaged me back. Good to go. All right, we got, let me see. I need some numbers here. There's so many comments in here. I'm just gonna go. We'll go backwards. What up, Song? All right, Song's in this one with us.
What up, Song?
Give me the minimum yards traveled per rush. Pick a number 1 through 5. Crispy, you give me the maximum yards per rush. Give me number 6 through 10. Let's have Derek. Derek, you give me the minimum seconds per rush. Pick a number 1 through 4. All right, Song threw in a 4. And Hess, help us out. Give us the max seconds per rush. Pick a number 5 through 8. All right.
Max it.
Let's see. Who did I say next? So who did I say second? Can't remember who I said second, but Tom, give me a number 6 through 10 for the max yards traveled. And there we go. Hess 7. We're right on there for the seconds. There we go. Oh, Crispy did a 10. That's who it was. Okay. We got all the numbers in. Here we go. I hope you guys are ready because the Debo is about to be extra lit. Don't get your chain snatched. Here we go. And everybody on Facebook, hop over to YouTube. We'll be taking questions here shortly. Fantasy Football Hustler, 420 Fantasy Hustler, Fantasy Football Funk. Type in any of those. Hop over. Get your questions answered. We got a race that we're doing right now, and we're about to be starting a draft, but we are still going to be answering questions because we're that gangster. Here we go. And Song is out in the lead. Song and Crispy.
Okay, Tom.
Nigel catching up. I don't know where the hell Nigel is.
Where's Nigel from? Serbia?
Yeah.
Shout out to Serbia.
All right. And Nigel said, what's the draft order? Get over to YouTube, Nigel. Hurry up so we can see. Because right now, Nigel is tying for the lead. Time for the lead. I mean, him, Candlestick, and Song out in front right now. Who's going to get the push? Who's going to get the push? Here we go. It's Song.
Get it.
Candlestick's catching up.
Oh, shit. Burst of speed.
Who's it going to be? Oh, Song got it. Song, Candlestick, and Nigel got 1, 2, 3 there. And Antonio said, can't wait to see Nigel in all those trades this year. It's going to get wild.
Nigel, we make hella trades up.
All right, we got Knight at 4th, Tom at 5th, Rudy at 6th, Crispy at 7th, Darren at 8th, Street Soldiers 9th, Zach at 10th, I got 11th, and Moni 44 last, 12th place. Here we go. Let me get let's get this order set here, and we start in like 15, 20 minutes. There we go. Song, man, coming up with that big number 1. And this is the offense only, Debo. Candlestick got number 2. Nigel, number 3. Knight, number 4. Damn killer clowns. And oops. Tom got 5th. Rudy got 6th. Crispy got 7th. Where's Crispy? Crispy changed his name to a thief in the night. He's gonna try to be snatching some chains out there. All right. Number 9, Street Soldiers, Zach 710. Number 10, very fitting. I got 11. And then Money got number 12.
Check us out. We live.
All right.
Oh, no.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And we'll throw the draft up here for when we are ready to start. All right. And then let's see. Yeah, Derek says, shout out to Candlestick. Seen you on the show last night on the rewatch. Yeah.
Go.
Jay Leaving in the house. What up, homie? Long time no see, bro.
What's up, Jay Leaving?
And Dennis said, is this offense only with the Debo league? This one is. We did the Debo with IDP on Saturday morning. I did that before I took off. And Big BS said Rashad White, Damian Pierce for sure. Yeah, and said, yeah, PPR, yeah, over Drake London. Yep. Song, yes, it is super flex. Everybody go check out the settings. If you have not already, go check out the settings. And Facebook peeps. There's so many questions over here. I told you don't want to get your question lost in the shuffle. Get over to YouTube. Get over to YouTube. Let's see. And Rudy. Rudy, you the man. Where's Rudy? Yeah, he's getting his question answered. He told Trenton, he said, F you, Trenton. That was the one who's like, why'd you at me, bro? Yeah, man. Talk some smack to these clowns who want to get over here and talk shit.
Listen, Trenton.
If that's your real name.
For real. Whoop your ass, Trenton.
Where's there we go. This is Rudy. All right. Yeah. Anyone who gets our back and talks shit to the clowns, you know, you're gonna make sure your question's gonna get popped to the front. So he said Tua, King Henry, James Conner, Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, Amari, Saints D, and Dolphins kicker, rate my team. Brees Hall, Taylor, Nico, Algier on the bench. So who is the Tua was the QB. I mean, this is pretty solid. I mean, it's not like super jumping out at me. I mean, you got Tua, Henry, Tyreek. I'm assuming those were the first 3 picks. Then it kind of goes off the rails a little bit, you know, mixing Higgins and Amari. I like the wide receivers. I
don't think he got Tua early. He probably Hill, Henry, Higgins.
That's probably who the first 3 were. Yeah. Single QB.
Yeah. I like it. It looks like it'll compete. You know what I mean?
Do you want? I mean, I know he picked Brees Hall. I know he picked Taylor, but like as of right now, he has James Conner in the starting lineup. So I'm assuming that's where he's going week 1. I mean, do you even like James Conner going in as a number 2?
I hate James Conner. I just think they're going to be such a bad team. They're going to be abandoning the run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he's not going to get worked into the passing game, and it's not like, I mean, even with Colt McCoy and not Kyler Murray, they were able to move the ball down the fields, like, you know what I mean, to get him in some scoring positions. I don't think they're going to be able to do that a lot this year. New system, bad offensive line that just traded away some pieces as well. I don't like it.
Yeah, and who would Dennis say? So many clowns talking shit on Facebook. Your post about giving advice. I don't think there's so many because there's a shitload of people on here who are just legit asking questions.
I'll kill them all.
So like anyone who's talking, you know, the couple people that are talking shit out of the dozens and dozens that are leaving questions, screw those guys. We're not even worried about them. Might as well leave. If you're gonna cry, just get the hell out. That's all I got to say about that. And everyone else is actually leaving questions in here. We're going to do our best to answer all of the questions. But if you look through the comments, there's like 100 questions that came in the last like 15 minutes. So doing our best. We answered a shitload. We're going to be answering more. We do have a draft that is going down as well. And Peacock said those dummies on Facebook are just tough. I mean, that's the way it goes, right? Everyone's tough behind the keyboard.
I'll beat them with a keyboard.
Crispy said we used to kick the shit out of crybaby motherfuckers back in the day. I believe it. Crispy would be the guy, man. Like, hey, Crispy, handle my lightweight.
Hey, Crispy's the guy that goes, if your hand's bigger than your face, you're a stupid ass. They go like this. Bah! Dumb stupid fuck.
Dumbass.
Told you you're stupid ass.
So let's see here. Let me see if I can pull up. Hess shot his team in to us.
Shout out to the cannabis guardian angel himself. It's the fucking man, bro. He's the man.
Here we go. Here goes one of them. Let's see here. So I'm not going to pull it up on the screen. I'll just read it out. So one of these teams here, he's got Burrow, AJ Brown, Keenan Allen, Derrick Henry, Gibson, Kittle, Deontay Johnson. I mean, I like everything here except Gibson as the RB2, but you could tell that's the one piece that he probably pushed off.
Yeah.
The most. And then the bench, Pickens, Cooks, P. Ryan, Goff, Elijah Moore, Henry. So, I mean, really, this was one of those where he kind of pushed off the RB, but I really like it, though.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I tend to push off the RB a lot. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a high-flying air raid team than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with it.
It's more volatile.
This is like
more running backs.
I'm gonna give this one a B-. I mean, it probably could be a little heavier in certain spaces, but yeah, I'd say B-, maybe even a B. This is super solid, super solid. Let's see.
I'll give him like a B-, C+, because it's just the running backs, but I tend to like build that way though, so I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, if you get a B, that's solid. You might have some work to do on the waiver wires, but like we all got work to do on the waiver wire.
I got work to do.
And see, here we go. Here's another one of his. Very similar. Cousins, Mixon, B-Rob, the Mob, Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks, Calvin Ridley. Okay, well, this one's a little bit different. I think this one might have been the one that was like, because he has Kelsey here.
Yeah, he won Kelsey early.
I think this might have been like that 14-teamer or something. Because I mean, I'm assuming here the first, yes, he took he had to have taken Kelsey here first, and then had to be like Joe Mixon or Ridley, and then, or one or the other, and that's probably like the first 3 rounds of the 14-teamer. I really like Lockett. People are like hating on Lockett, and like, dude never gets hurt. Dude runs a lot of routes. Gino loves him. So like anyone who's like hating on Tyler Lockett, like,
it is kind of amazing because now that I think about it, he did have one major injury to end his season, but it was like week 16 of 2015.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like this motherfucker he's just there, bro.
Yeah.
I like Tyler Lockett too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the thing is, they keep hiding the value in fantasy because they, people are gonna look at a DK or a JSN's way, and like, I mean, the reality is Lockett finished higher than DK, correct? Right, in fantasy last year.
Last year, yeah.
That shit crazy, bro. I don't even think people know. I don't even think people realize that.
Because Lockett usually can have more catches. So DK is just,
son of a bitch.
I mean, if he gets 12, 13 tugs, like he's flirted with a lot. I mean, it's just real nice, but last year he gets 9, and doesn't seem that amazing of a season. And especially because like 3 of those were in one game.
DK?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so was that the year before? That was 3 in one game. I might be getting it confused right now.
It was, it was 2021 against Detroit. That's that championship week.
That was the last with Russ.
Yeah. You know what? You know what else too? With DK Metcalf, I mean, ever since he's been in the league, he's literally been 4th in red zone targets at the receiver position. So there is that. But like, I'd much rather have somebody with a safer floor. I don't really like touchdown dependent motherfuckers. Like, those are the most wonky things to predict. You know what I mean?
I'm giving that one a C+. If it is the 14-teamer, let's bump that up to a B- because that is pretty nice.
That's
for
a 14 team right there.
I'm almost positive that it is. I'm almost positive. And like, I rarely give anybody A's. Like, it is so hard for you to get an A with the way that I would grade, because like you have to be in a league with just like trash, like, or a vampire league. You're in a vampire league, you know, you might be able to get an A, you know, from me, where it's only 9 people drafting, you know, out of 10. But it's very, very hard to get.
I'll never give A's.
Almost has to be the perfect team. And if you get an A, probably going to fail. I don't know. It's just the way that it works. Because you get people who get A's, sometimes they rest on their laurels and they give people extra weeks, you know, versus cutting loose on people. And Tino said, did the Seahawks overachieve last season? I'm thinking they take a step back. Well, yeah, didn't they make the playoffs?
I think everyone caught off guard by Geno.
Hell
and
yeah.
like, but if you think about it, he really tapered off once the league, you know, figured out what they like to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think adding another weapon is going to help them, because they ran some of the most 3 wide receiver sets last year. Remember that? So now they have an actual decent third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see what these hemp blunts is talking about.
All right. Let's see. And someone just sent me a message and said, if you had the 12th pick, who would you take? I don't know why people ask questions like that, because you realize no matter how the first 11 picks like shape out is how my answer will shape out.
I'll just answer the question with a question. What would you do at the 12? Exactly.
All right.
Perfecto.
Let's see. And PJ, he said, did an auction this weekend. Burrow, Diggs, Higgins, Metcalf, Williams, Madison, Sanders, and Joku basically went 0 RB. McKinnon, Hunt, Roschon, Boyd, Bateman. It's pretty solid. I mean,
cut Bateman.
Yeah, no reason for him.
Don't curse your team. Don't fall for the bait, man.
All right. And let's see. I know there's a bunch of questions still on Facebook. Hop over to YouTube, guys. Is
there a world where Rashad Bateman has a breakout?
I mean, yeah. I don't know if we're living in that multiverse, though. Like, that's the thing.
Right. It's a different version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's like a physical freak. You know what I mean? Like, if they get him in the slot, right?
Yeah.
Like, see, that's what hurt him last year, when it was basically just him and Mark Andrews. Well, first of all, Bateman sucks, but also it's like when you run a Greg Roman system, that tight end's going over the middle all day. That kind of takes away from what he could do. You know what I mean? But like, if they're going to run a lot more 3 wide sets. If he's the third in the slot, he plays the big slot. He might be a guy, but that's the only case I can make. Otherwise, just don't fall for the bait, man.
What does Stevie B know that I don't? He's trying to trade me a 5th rounder for Darnell Mooney. It's already too cheap. I trade backup QBs for 5th rounders, bro. Let's get it for I'd do it for a third. I'd do it for a third. That'd be a top end item.
I know he likes some Darnell Mooney as
because he never sends trades.
He likes them for life after Chicago, because I think he believes it's same thing with Ayuk. Like, he doesn't necessarily believe Ayuk will be there in the Niners, and if he moves on, he would like him even more. Type of shit. Yeah. He feels the same way about Mooney.
All right.
I don't know. I just kind of don't really buy. I mean, he kind of gives me Gabe Davis vibes.
Yeah.
And I like Gabe Davis. I'll still take a chance on Gabe Davis. Darnell Mooney, my man Mooney Tunes. Yeah. I don't know.
Yuck. All right. Here we go, guys. Let's double check. Minute clock, right? 60-second clocks. All right. Actually, let me put
and we're off.
There we go. And Crispy said, why don't you answer my question, man?
We were ignoring it. It's so funny when motherfuckers, they wait like 3 seconds and they get hella entitled to go, well, are you going to answer my question or what? It's like, not anymore. It's much easier being an asshole in life. It's just terrible karma. I'll tell you that much. I don't like that.
Letting everyone know. Draft starting in 2 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh man, come on with the team grades, guys. I mean, I'm just gonna start giving everybody bad grades.
No, you're not. That's my gig. Okay,
I'm stealing it.
You're the nice guy. You're the good cop. I'm the bad cop.
Come on,
you're not cops at all. Fuck that.
How many times can we just grade teams? Come on. He said Fields, Wilson, Christian Kirk, Judy, Tony. Oh, you're losing me, bro. B. Robinson. Which B. Robinson? We have multiple.
It's the mob. He's probably going in order of the draft, I'd assume.
No, it's definitely not. Then Brees Hall, Javonte Williams,
Jamal
Williams,
Kirk
Elijah Mitchell, Roshan Johnson, Mark Andrews. See, like this is all it's real goofy the way that this is laid out here. I don't even know who the starters are necessarily. You lost me with Christian Kirk just being so high on the list. You lost me with Kadarius Toney being so high on the list. This is like a C- more than likely. Bogey.
D.
Okay, he said Bijan. All right, now it changes.
C-.
C+. I'll give it a C+.
I'll give it a C.
Okay.
Minus.
And Tino said, no wonder he posted as a mystery Facebook dude.
Tino, stop fucking around. You know that's you.
Hop over to YouTube, guys. Hop over to YouTube. I'm going to throw the link in the chat once again.
We are streaming live, simulcasting live from the 420 Fantasy Network, the Give Me Money Network, and the Fantasy Football Funk.
Boom. And Rico said Yahoo gave me a C+ too. Oh man, if Yahoo gave you a C+, that probably means it's closer to a D.
I hate Yahoo when they give me a good grade. They lied.
Because it always fucking
lied.
All right, here we go. Let's kick off the Debo Snatch Your Chain. His first, Candle is second, Nigel's third. Let's go.
Nigel.
Let's see who's. Rico said, do Brees Hall and Javonte return to their form this year? I'm gonna say no. As a default answer, I know that they can, but we shouldn't be expecting that right out of the gates.
I have a cardinal rule. I just tend to not like mess with the running backs the immediate year after a torn ACL, because running backs like they're the ones that it's real tough for them to come back that immediate year. I mean, I got plenty of examples. You know, Dalvin Cook, 2017, 2018, you didn't want him. You know, Saquon, 2020. Tears his ACL 2021, you don't want him. You know, J.K. Dobbins tears his shit 2021. Last year, you didn't want him. You know what I mean? It's usually the 1 year removed after ACL. I'm with the shit. But yeah, there's a reason why they bring in Samaje P. Ryan. There's a reason why they bring in Dalvin Cook. These guys aren't going to necessarily be dependable to carry an entire load coming off this ACL.
Dennis, no, Chaotic did not find one more for the ladies league. There's 11 ladies over there. We need one more. It's a $33 buy-in. And no, if you are not a lady, you cannot play. Even if you identify as a lady for this one specific
Hey, that's not fair.
No.
That's not fair.
And Rudy said DJ Moore Dotson matchup. Too juicy. I mean, I'm gonna go with DJ Moore right off the bat, but I really want to get Dotson.
I mean, I would play Dotson if Terry McLaurin isn't ready for week 1. Plus, like that secondary is mad exploitable. They don't have Byron Murphy no more. They are. I mean, I couldn't even name who their corners are. So I would want to press Dotson against Arizona, but I feel better with DJ Moore against who's it? Green Bay. Oh, actually, I don't want them against Green Bay. He's gonna get Jair Alexander.
And Axel said, how was Vegas? Well, so I live in Vegas, but I'm assuming you're talking about our fantasy weekend draft extravaganza. It was epic. Epic is the only word that I can use to describe.
It was under the influence.
Uh-oh. All right. Zach, where the hell you at?
Shout out to Zach, man. Bay Area stand up.
And Peacock said Vegas was the tits. Dennis Ginger Ninja said it was fucking epic.
Yeah, man. It was the classic, like the super late nighter, me, Kidda, Dennis. Kind of like that was like the top off every night. And then like Dennis would be the first one up too. It's hella funny. You're like, oh shit, he's up. Let's get back on the horse. You know what I mean?
This is tough. I don't know where to go with this one. You know what? We're going for week 1 matchups here. I'm just locking in CMC, baby. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Week 1 versus the Steel Dogs. We know they got some great rush over there, but can they stop CMC running between the tackles?
I mean, they were what, bottom 5 the last 2 years against the run.
There was a stretch where it was like, you better play your running back.
Yeah, they were 20 and 21. They were like 31st. They're only worse than them was Houston.
And Cam Hayward, little banged up to start the season. He's legit their best run stopper. He's already a little banged up.
Yeah, and then like, even like them getting rid of a Larry Ogunjobi is like, that's like, it's like who they got over there in front.
Let's see where Moni goes here. I like having the 11 spot. At least I only got two picks in between my picks. If you're on Facebook, hop over to YouTube, 420 Fantasy Hustler, Fantasy Football Hustler, Fantasy Football Funk. Just get over there. We got multiple channels streaming. The Gmm Network. Get over there. We're all over YouTube right now. And
try to stop me now, YouTube.
Facebook user. This is Michael in the Dynasty group. What up? What up? He said 12 teamer, Superflex, PPR, IDP. Would you give up 2 seconds for Pierce? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are going to be either lower end. They're going to be either lower end offensive guys or higher end IDP guys. I would do that, especially if you're a little hurting for
give me Diamond Dallas Pierce.
All right, you know what?
High 5.
We had a crazy QB run. Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna zig. And I'm going Tyreek the Freak. Let's lock it in versus the Chargers. Week 1. We're gonna see a lot of fireworks.
You got Christian McCaffrey and the Freak.
We're going.
Bees up.
Hard hitting right out the gates. Week 1 in this league. If you lose your first week, you get a starter stolen from you.
You lose every
right
week.
Away.
If you lose any week, snatching your chains, B.
Got your chain, you shining now.
Who was it last year? He's like, man, but remember I'm gonna be on the show, all my chains on. I'm taking your shit.
That's that chain.
But he did it. Son of a bitch.
Man, we got to get that. We got to get
that. Nigel last year that did it to me.
It might have been.
Might have been.
Dennis said CMC and Tyreek. Damn, Huss. Hell yeah. We're starting it off. Starting it off with the bang. Everybody went such crazy heavy on QB. I really feel like between my 2 picks in the 2nd and the 3rd round, I bet there is not a crazy surgence of QBs here. Like all those people who took QBs in the first 5 picks, I bet only 2 or 3 of them, if that, locked down a second one.
Now, that's what you call the reverse jinx. Yeah.
No, I'm just willing it into existence.
Yeah.
Because this is usually how it goes. Like if people
I'm fucking with you.
If QBs don't go like crazy in the 1st round, that means 2nd and 3rd round, like late 2nd, early 3rd, is gonna be a crazy run. But because it is crazy run in the beginning, look at that. Everyone who took a QB round 1 has not taken a QB yet in round 2. 3 more to go. Let's see. And Tino said, stuck with Tua and Tyreek is funny. He said, LOL, Tua Tyreek. Number 1 stack this season.
Ooh.
Spicy. But
the tuna fish and the Freak?
If
the tuna Freak.
The only reason why Tua is being downgraded is for that injury.
He's throwing the gang signs up.
That's the reason. It ain't because of how good he is or what kind of stats.
Hey, I saw a picture of the tuna fish, right? It was like it was a fan. He was signing like autographs like out in public.
Yeah.
He was wearing that helmet. Just out in public. You know, the one they wear in the practice with the thing on it?
Hey, smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man. We've seen some crazy shit happen on the field and in life.
But it was kind of weird. He was wearing flip-flops and like shorts and a tank top. Then he had the big old helmet on.
And Rico, I like the I like what you put together for the draft. I mean, Fields probably too high, and Brees Hall maybe a little too high for me. Christian Kirk. You just have a lot of guys who, like,
I don't like Christian Kirk this year with the addition of Calvin Ridley. Like Christian Kirk ate majority in the slot, and now you bring in Calvin Ridley, one of the like more phenomenal slot receivers in the game. So it's going to push Christian Kirk out wide. He's not great off that line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially, really, like,
especially, I mean, you point out a lot too that they got some hits to their offensive line this year, so that ball might be coming out a whole lot quicker if Christian Kirk's out wide predominantly. I mean, are those plays going to develop down the field for a Trevor Lawrence? You know what I mean? Like,
Enrico said it, a lot of question marks. I didn't feel great about it for this morning for sure. It's just a lot of risk, like, and you know that, just like you said it right now. I mean, I'm trying to, limit my risk as much as possible. Yeah. So I'm not saying don't go out there and get a Brees Hall, but I don't think I'm going to be matching up Brees Hall and Javonte Williams.
Like, I like it. Okay, look, how about this? I like it when someone else does these things for me, right, in the draft, because if those guys fall, then I start considering it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only, like, if I could mitigate the risk of a Javonte, in the ninth, and I get him in the 9th, 8th, 9th round, I would do that, but that's not happening anymore. You know what I mean? Brees Hall, he's falling what, 5, 6. I'm still not. That's still too risky for me. There's still other. I'd rather a Dave Montgomery, a Damian Pierce. I'd rather have
Aaron Jones goes.
Aaron Jones. You know what I mean? Like, it's just my rule of thumb. That immediate year after the ACL. I mean, it says a lot when you bring in a Samaje Perine or you bring in a Dalvin Cook. Like, that says it without saying it. That these guys aren't. Maybe they will. I mean, maybe they are ready. They're just not going to be dependable to carry a full load. You know what I mean? And they're at risk for hamstrings.
I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good about this. Only 2 QBs have gone since I said there wasn't going to be a bunch of QBs in between my 2 picks. Let's go. Let's see it. Let's see it. And Jessica on YouTube, what up? What up?
What up?
Chates, Devonta, Aaron Jones, Pierce, Hawkinson, Akers, Jacoby Myers. That's just yuck.
My baloney has a first name.
Pacheco. See, I like that. He should be there. Gino, Marquise Brown, Charbonnet, Bateman, Laporta. I don't really like Laporta, and especially a 10-teamer. You got Hawk, need to back up there in the 10-teamer. I'm gonna give this one. You're top heavy in a couple places, but you went so wide receiver heavy like Aaron Jones and Damian Pierce in a 10-teamer. I'm not saying you can't get by with that. That should be way more top heavy in a 10-teamer.
I like this team though. It has a lot of bogey all over it.
Pause.
You don't gotta pause it. Ayo. Yeah, I give it like a C+ B-. It's a 10-teamer. If it was like if this is like a 12-team team, this definitely be like a B. But yeah, considering that, like, I mean, in a 10-team, my team looks like fucking crazy. I'm going extra top heavy. I'm reaching even I'm getting heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, we're getting close now. Ah, man. Rude the dude took Watson right out from
you were waiting for that drop. Hit the drop. Rude the dude.
Damn it. And see, right as I talk, then 3 QBs go right after. Man, it's ugly.
You should have just said all the QBs are gonna go and reverse jinx that way. You know what I mean? You went for the willing into I like it though. You gotta speak into existence.
We're doing bogey things right here, and we're just gonna lock in Goffle. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Because I do like Goff.
I do like Goffle.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a good line. I mean, when the Rams had a good line, he was dealing. When they had a bad line, he was bad.
I got him as QB 14. I don't feel bad about that.
Yeah. I mean, he could finish like QB 12 or better, I'm sure. I bet you he's between like 8 and 12 this year.
And let's see.
Who took the Corky one?
Where did he go? He went.
Oh, he went in that second.
He went to Tom. What is that? 3-5.
Oh, shit, okay.
Not too shabby. All right, let's see here. So now we're at the turn.
Great value on a Corky Kirk.
Adams just went. Where do we go here with this?
Freak out. Freak out.
All right, this one's
I'm gonna be more annoying on the show now because we're scared to play music. I'm just singing songs all the time now.
Just have to get our own drops.
Right?
Axel said Daniel Jones or Burke Buzzins.
Burke Buzzins.
The double B's. Let's get it.
I do like Danny Dumbass, the double D's. I love double D's for the record.
I do not. I do not like Danny Pesos. I just picked Goffle over Pesos, and I know there's a lot of people who would do the opposite.
Because they just gonna, you know what's funny? I feel like there's too many people in the world that play like 4-point shit, so like it makes the ADP higher on Danny Dumbass. You know what I mean?
All right, let's see. This one's tough.
Freak out.
All right, you know what? Because he likes touchdowns and he cannot lie, we're going Joe Mixon.
Shout out to Sir Joe Mix-a-Lot.
Let's go.
I like touchdowns and I cannot lie. You other can't deny.
And Axel said Patreon. Oh, yeah. Go get signed up on Patreon. 2 ways that you could sign up. You could join the 420 crew at 420crew.org. Go join the crew. And if you want some fantasy football advice, it's one-on-one-ffadvice.com. Either way, get over there and get signed up and let us help you win your championships. It's the best fantasy football service that you can get because nobody is giving you one-on-one advice the way that we bring it.
And shout out to Axel, man. You got to send us some tickets, bro. We fucking love Guns N' Roses. You guys are the shit.
And what up, Mike? He said Madison or Bateman for the second flex. Bateman shouldn't even be anywhere close.
Don't fall for the bait, man.
Bateman should not be anywhere close to a starting roster in week 1.
He's trolling us, man.
I don't know.
I'm starting Bateman.
There's probably a shallow ass league. I mean, we know.
Or maybe it's a super duper deep league. Maybe it's a super deep league. Give me Alexander Madison for the win, Alex.
Uh-oh. Ben Peacock said only dabs. Ooh, that would be nice. Yeah, instead of only fans, only dabs.
Ooh.
I like it. I like it. Hell yeah. And Axel said, no problem. On the way. Priority shipping. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah, that messenger bird shit isn't working anymore.
And Mike said, he's on my bench. I had hope. Leave him on your bench.
Don't fall for the bait, man.
Leave him on your bench. He might be.
You gotta watch it first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see it happen. You don't just roll the dice. That's like a DFS play. You know what I mean? That's a daily fantasy play where you can get real contrarian. And they're who they play in week 1? They're playing the Texans. So like the Texans, they have on paper their secondary is going to be good, bro.
Yeah,
they got Pittry, Ward at the safeties, and Ward's basically going to play the nickel, and then you have float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, fucking Stingley. And then who they bring over? Cam Dantzler, he's an eye, but you know. Is that who Bateman? That's who Bateman's going to be on?
I have no idea. Bateman, who knows how much?
And then OBJ and Zay Flowers. So it's like, and then Mark Andrews. I don't know. It's like I feel like he misses out on the fantasy party if there is one, right?
And Corey said,
"No fantasy party going on. Everyone's partying. Everyone's raging. He's the designated driver, though. Huh? He's the one that's not having any fun."
Yeah. And Corey said, is this super flex? Of course. The only single QB leagues that you would see us playing in is that Wafers league. Shout out to Wafers. But yeah, we're always in super flex. Or, I mean, should we even have a couple 3 QB leagues? We're drafting a 3 QB league today at 3 p.m. West Coast time. We got one more spot there, guys. We got one more spot in the 3 QB league that's going down today, 3 p.m. West Coast time. And Marty said, did Petrie have so many tackles because he's always allowing passes? No, he's a safety. He's not a corner.
He's coming up because motherfuckers is getting past that first and second level. And like I would say, maybe that second level is improved. I like Christian Harris this year. They're even breathing over Denzel Perryman. That's going to help. So, hopefully that doesn't hurt Petrie, but I'm chasing it, bro. He's a bad motherfucker, bro. And that deep, if they can't get the run going like they're gonna enforce over there in Houston, you know what I'm saying? That defense is gonna be on the field a lot. You know what I mean?
Axel said, "What's the buy-in? $55." Yeah, 55.
This hemp blunt. I'm not a fan
of what
the hemp blunts.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
Because you need that. You need that.
I like that fucking. I like that nicotine blast. Of fucking the backwood.
Get that tobacco monkey off your back. Okay, you didn't even need to answer that question. I already know why you need that tobacco blunt.
I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so
yeah,
I like that sting. Give me the sting.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not mad at it, but I don't have that, so I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones.
I like a good backwood to the face. Pause. Yeah.
And Marty said Dancer's been cut like 6 times this offseason. Bro, he has been getting passed around.
Hey, you know what's so funny though? Because the way he got cut in the Bills. He came to practice with not wearing his helmet or something.
He forgot his helmet. Like,
forgot his helmet. Get the fuck out of here.
He had one job, bro. Show up with your gear.
You know what happened to motherfucking DeMar Hamlin? Get the fuck out of here.
Man, what a fucking goofy ass.
Dantzler. If that is your real name.
Who's this on Facebook? Caleb, he said my wide receiver,
Caleb Williams.
Say my wide receivers are Tyreek, Amon, Christian Kirk. I feel that's pretty
show off.
No, not Christian Kirk. Like, leave him out of there. He ruins the elite part of that. But yeah, if you're just saying I start 2 wide receivers and I got Tyreek and Amon, yeah, elite.
Go get you a chip. Caleb Williams.
This is so funny. Killer Clown said, I fucking hate Nigel.
I hate him too. He got me all the times last year, Killer.
He's a son of a bitch. He just got Keenan Allen in the 5th. I was debating on taking him with my 4th round.
Yeah, for the week 1 matchup.
Yeah. Especially having Tyreek on the other side. If that game just blows up like crazy week 1. But nah, I had to And he said, Knight said that he blocked all his potential stacks. Serves you right, Knight, you son of a bitch.
This is a dirty game, y'all. I'm mad I didn't join this league this year. I'm still mad from last year.
It has only begun.
It took all much. Did you see me wearing any chains?
It's because fucking Bogey was the Nelly of the Debo Snatcher Chain League last year. His character, Wedge, in Paid in Full. Got his chain snatched. Got shot in the ass. Every week. We're going to have to get that drop like every week. Oh, she got your chain. You're shining now. There he goes. Knight's in the house. What up? Hopefully you heard what I said. I said, it serves you right, Knight, you son of a bitch.
Hey, don't fuck with him. That's Suge Knight, bro. Don't you?
I know. Especially because it's all bad on QBs. Like right now. Like I fucked myself on QBs. So we're just gonna have to get this dub and we're gonna have to snatch one of your fucking QBs right away. Week 1. And Eric Knight said he had to sign on. He said, fucking Nigel. He said,
yeah, fuck Nigel.
Nigel's all the way in Serbia, Knight. It's gonna be hard to track him down, bro.
No, man. Suge Knight's very resourceful. He's killed a lot of people from prison.
All right, you know what? When I think about week 1 matchups, the one matchup that I really feel like I want to exploit everywhere and often is going to be anybody going up against the Cardinals. So we're going with Sam the Wolf. How? Motherfuckers are already picking their 3rd QB.
I like it, bro. You got the Wolf.
I got the Wolf.
Go.
We're going in with the Wolf. Week 1. Let's go.
Goffle? The Goffle Wolf?
Let's go.
The Wolf of Goffle Street?
Woo.
The Wolf of Golf Street. There it is.
I may not have the best QBs, but I love those week 1 matchups. That's kind of all we care about here. Let's
Yeah,
see
who
what
gives a
Moni
fuck?
does.
Who gives a fuck?
All the QBs fucking went, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 QBs went just in round 5. 3 QBs went in round 4. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly.
It's getting funky. Turn it out.
Ooh, where do we go here?
One hop this time.
Damn. All right, he went Damian Pierce and Kittle. Man, Damian Pierce was one of those guys. He would have been on my radar right here.
Hey, what about your J.K. Dobbins against the Texans week 1? Is he there?
He is. Fuck that. Fuck
J.K., that. Just kidding.
Ooh, man. You know what?
Turn it out.
You know what? I don't want to avoid my wide receiver 2 here because there is a lot of ways that I can go. But I think because he's playing at home and because he just went on a massage parlor tour with Watson, let's lock in the pooper scooper.
I was there.
Bogey told me. We know.
No, I couldn't send any pictures though.
Nigel, what up? Hey, Nigel's in here saying, can't find me.
Oh, great.
Came out the woodworks. Nigel.
What time is it over there in Serbia, Nigel?
Yeah.
He stayed up late. He stayed up late to troll us, didn't he?
So I'm like, I only got to fill in my my non-super flexes. I got 3 more starting spots, but I'm liking the team for week 1. CMC, Tyreek Hill, Goffel, Mixon, Sam Howell, and Amari the Pooper Scooper.
You know, come on, you got to keep that cards thing he's doing. Just, you know, come on, get my guy. Get my guy for me.
Hold on. Ah, dang it. Man, this week I really got to work on getting all the
drop back.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to get the mic on that thing too.
Yeah. A lot of things.
It's way in the distance. I miss it. I need it loud.
Yeah, let me see.
You know what's crazy?
Because I could just talk loud. Like, how do I sound right now? How do I sound right now?
You sound like you're on the shore.
Okay.
Real crispy.
Let's see. All right, let's see. Now, how about this?
Hey, there he is. Hit that Watson drop. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I just put the mic away from me since I yell anyways, and that's a little closer to the speaker. But yeah, I got to get the second one hooked up, and I can just have it like closer to the speaker.
I'm always like envisioning me like because I love like rocking. You know what I mean? Like I love the stage. I love the crowd. So even when I'm on the podcast, I just imagine like there's like a whole arena here. You know what I mean?
Tom is getting real crazy over there, going insane on the QB and tight end premium side of things because we're in round 6 and he's got Burrow, Barkley, Cousins, Andrews, Hawkinson, and Waller. So he is really tapping into this QB
tight end premium. Let's fucking go.
Because
Tom.
I've seen it where guys go crazy on the tight end premium and then they avoid the QB premium.
They don't work.
That song, he said, fuck that guy who picked the 3 tight ends.
I was like, I was going to do that shit. And shout out to all my careers out there, B.
Yeah, that shit is funny. And Jessica said, should I drop Laporta, pick up Deion Jackson? Yes, I would. Yeah.
Do it.
You might be able to sell Deion Jackson in a week or 2. I don't think you'll be able to sell
Deion Jackson. I didn't grab Deion Jackson and Van Dam Jefferson everywhere. And then right away after the draft, I'm trying to trade Deion Jackson to the JT guy, and I'm trying to trade fucking Van Jefferson to the Cup guy for shit I need. It works.
And Song said Waller was my next pick. Ooh, not anymore. And Crispy said, I have the only tight end that matters. You do. But in the leagues that we have, Kelsey is a cheat code. Definitely because of the the tight end premium like aspect to it. But like in a league like this, everybody scores 1 point PPR because it's offense only. Tight ends score 2 point PPR. So there is a big advantage to just having tight ends in general as your flex spot.
A motherfuckers is getting shanked and they taking your shit.
Oh man, it's getting wild. It's getting wild.
Getting shanked like motherfuckers got shanks like it's a Paisa bar, bruh. You ever go to the Paisa bar?
Not in a while.
Okay. Hey, I had one of the homies. Yeah, he'll rock the hat, the hat with the buckle, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the cowboy hat.
You drinking Buchanan's and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's going down. They got the mariachi shit jumping, and then they always just think I'm Mexican, so I'm just in there,
yeah,
with some highness.
And what up, Ray Gamer? Hurts, Chubb, Barkley, Olave, Metcalf, Hawkinson, Watson. I don't like that. Myers, Eagles drafted last night, and Monty on the bench. I'd rather have Monty at the flex or Jamal Williams or PJ or Samaji or Cooks. Man, you have a really solid bench. Yeah, get Watson out of your starting lineup. He's making it look worse.
I'm going to give this team an A because I've never seen someone draft a better bench than their starting lineup. That's fucking amazing. A for amazing.
Yeah, this is solid. Super solid.
Start the whole bench.
And what up, Rendon? He said, should I drop Van Jefferson, pick up Anthony Richardson, 10-team PPR, have Herbert? No.
I mean, it's
single QB, I'm assuming.
Yeah, drop something else and pick up Richardson because Richardson's one of those ones you could trade to a dumbass. I'm so sick. Single QB, a motherfucker gets to see a ready quarterback. He's like, oh, bro, hey, look, what you want from him? Everything.
Tino said it's so crazy, it just might work.
You know?
Oh, man. And we're knee deep in this draft right now. We are in the 7th round. People are trying to complete their starting lineup here. Offense only, so we only got 16 rounds. So this would be a lot quicker than a lot of our other drafts.
I'm not gonna stunt. Those Trulies are the shit. Cause I went through like a case, like maybe like a case and a half yesterday. And I woke up this morning, phenomenal.
And what are you talking about?
Them Trulies. It's funny because I always drink things that people make fun of me for. Like when everyone's like, oh, you drink piss water because I always drink Bud Light. But then it was Antonio's like, Bud Light's actually a higher alcohol content than all the motherfuckers be making fun of you for. I'm like, forward. And the Trulies are 5%. Them things smack.
Okay, Marty said the Truly is great. I never heard of that shit, but
it's like the vodka sodas. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and it's like because I'm trying to watch my figure. You know what I mean? So it's like super low carb. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean?
0 calorie stuff. I feel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I'm Sadiddy. I'm gonna grab. I think I only got one more too. I would smack those motherfuckers out.
All right, where are we gonna go here? Got my 2 wide receivers. Got my 2 running backs. Well, you know who can't stop the run at all is the Detroit Lions. So I'm going to mix in my man Pacheco over there.
Go.
Let's lock him in. Now we got we got multiple pieces on the Thursday action. We got Goffel and we got Pacheco. We got a piece on both sides.
And if the game script goes accordingly, it'll have Goffel and them playing from behind, so they throwing a lot, and then it'll have Pacheco, say just be defending a lead late, chunking it up, might even punch one, and maybe get a little tappy, right? Tap-a-roo, right down there on the goal line. In the Tyrannosaurus Flex League. The TFL, right? I was at the 2-ball, and then I was like, so I swear to God, I'm in my head like, fuck, man, I'm gonna fuck this pickup. Like, I just want to take Burrow, right? And then like the guy first, he takes Hurts. I'm like, yes, Mahomes. Fuck yeah. Yes. Fucking awesome.
All right, let's see who Moni picks right in front of me. I got 2 guys in mind here, so he's not fucking me up one way or the other. 2 guys in mind. You know what? Maybe I'm just gonna wait on those guys.
What round is this?
We're in round 8.
Man, this is when I start robbing the mob. I swear to God. Do it for me.
Come on. Now I just have 1 guy in mind.
Okay.
Now
He took him. He took
nope.
it. Oh.
He's got 4 seconds. And I got to do it. Okay. Yeah. Week 1. Going up against Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Oh.
Going up against Minnesota.
Oh,
there's one reason why we want this guy, and it's not because his quarterback is going to throw for 650. It is because he has God and win in his name.
Yes. Dial it up in the 8th round.
Let's go.
Ooh, that feels good.
Week 1 versus a real shitty defense outside of Byron Murphy, and as long as Mike Evans is playing, I'm assuming that Murphy is going to be on Evans.
I remember I remember exactly when I birthed the God and win in his name. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Eastside Eric. It was the studio league that I used to be in, and I left because I was disgruntled. But anyways, so we always did a live draft, and we'd always do it like at a bar or like a fucking like a Hooters or something, right? So this time we were at a bar, little hood bar.
Yeah.
And fucking and this is the year where this 2019, I went Kelsey like 2nd round. I went like Chubb 1st round, and then in the 4th and 5th, I mean, who did I go 3rd? Oh yeah, I went Sony Michelle. That was crazy, right? Because remember that was the thing, right? He was a thing coming off of 2018. But then in the 4th and 5th, I went Cooper Kupp and then Chris Godwin. And I remember like one of the homies goes, "You like Godwin? Why you like Godwin?" And then they're putting a sticker up. It's because he has God and win in his name. And I was like, "Ooh, I'm using that on the pod." That's pretty good. Everybody, when you get it right out of people, like, "Oh, okay, that landed. That hit home right there." The funniest ones are the ones that I say that don't land. Yeah. When I watch things back, I laugh hard, bro. Like, yes. Like, bombing is the funniest ever, bro. I wanted to be a comedian just so I could go up there and bomb. Because that shit's fucking hilarious. I swear, man. I'll go to comedy. I'll go to fucking the open mic nights back in the days and just laugh like they're hysterical because everyone's not laughing. It's hilarious when people bomb.
Man, it's so funny. I made a post in the group and I was like, just a reminder, if you don't win championships, save that advice. Okay. Save that advice. And I said, because we want to know who really wins championships around here. Throw it in the chat. How many championships you won last year? I said, I'll start. I got 7.
6.
And you know what's so funny?
Last year. It was, it could have been 8. But, shout out to DeMar Hamlin. At least you're alive.
The ones who don't win championships talk shit. It's funny because then there's a bunch who are like, I went 3 for 3 last year. I went, whatever for whatever.
2 years ago, I know me and you, we both had the best fantasy years. We had career years.
Yeah.
And what did we do?
Go to Disneyland.
We went to Disneyland. All on fantasy. Went to Disneyland on the fantasy, huh?
Yep.
I was like, let's go. I was like, oh, it's my son's birthday and your birthday. Let's go. Hey, when we were in Disneyland, y'all, right, check this out. It was legit. My son and Hustler have the same birthday. So, when we're in Disneyland, and I'm like, and then I get the big button for my son. You know what I mean? And I'm up there. I'm like, give me another one for my man's over there. What's his name? Huss. And then you didn't even want to wear it. I was like, bro, you better wear this shit, man. Hey, when I go there and it's my birthday, even if it's like just November, I just tell them it's my birthday, so I have the button. Because I like to test the employees. Because when you work at Disneyland, you are mandated to say happy birthday to every motherfucker you see wearing that shit. I'm serious. I'm serious.
It's just funny.
Yeah. Hundreds of people told me happy birthday. I don't ever get that. Gee, it's your birthday. It's like your own personal New Year. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big deal. I'm a birthday big deal guy. Like I make big deal. I party for like a week. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Shout out to my birthday twins out there too. They feel me. You know what I mean? We just do it, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what's the shit too? When you're places and you tell them it's your birthday, because then they give you shit, right?
Yeah.
All the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to go to the club and then we buy bottles and then I'll tell them it's my birthday now and they give you the complimentary ones. All, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, give me an extra one, bro. Give me an extra Trony.
Hell yeah.
Oh, some Tron's good. I might graduate to the Tron today. What are we doing today? We got the best ball thing.
Yeah.
My last 3 best ball teams were hella fun because I was just like, okay, let's do contrarian bogey things, like things that I wouldn't do, things that I hate doing.
What do you hate doing?
Like Richardson, Amari Cooper, Tony Pollard, fucking Hawkinson, like stuff like that. Just, you know what I mean? Because just in case. You know what I mean? It's the best ball, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna draft the whole team that I hate.
Damn, Vanessa just came in and said the lead singer of Smash Mouth passed away from liver cancer.
What?
Damn, he wasn't even that old, was he?
He's from San Jose. Okay.
I know, you always talk about Smash
Yeah,
Mouth.
and shout out to my man, Kid. Shout out to Kid. And shout out to the whole YNIC, because this Smash Mouth, the studio, there's first of all in the West Side, San Jose, right? There's a house. It's a fucking big ass house, and it's all studios. And in Smash Mouth, this is where they had their studio when they were coming up, right? And then they love this joint so much, it's near and dear to their heart. They bought the house, and it's still every room's a studio. And my guys, they rent a spot. They rent a couple spots in there. You know what I mean? So I've been working there for years, bro. And when I'm there, I touch the walls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wow, like platinum hits were made here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Plus, I'm always like on drugs and shit. So it's like, I'm just like, ooh, I can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I say always on drugs, it probably sounds wild to people, huh?
When you what?
When I say I'm always on drugs.
Yeah, because when most people,
but it's like, drugs are like mushrooms, and
it depends on where you
marijuana.
live. It depends on where you live, because some people hear drugs and I go, shit, this guy's like shooting heroin or smoking.
But then they'll be like, oh, where's my meds? Boom, Xanax. I need to relax. Xanax. Having anxiety. Nothing defeats the Xan, I'll tell you that much.
Man, the shit is so funny. The post, I'm just going through and reading the comments and shit. And the ones who really win championships, they just put the numbers. The ones who are like probably so bitter that they haven't won a championship.
I don't need to justify my fantasy savageness with titles. I only have a couple dozen.
You really play
in the last 2 years.
You really play this for the championships? I'm in it for the love of the game.
Okay, shout out to my man Calvin the Don, because he said he was going to join the TFL again, and then he denies it, right? Because he hates Superflex. He did it 1 year. He's like, fuck that. But he keeps talking shit like, oh, I'll come back. And he says he's going to come back this year. Then he bails, right? And he goes, well, I'm already in 4 leagues. That's too many. I said, bruh, you are not in too many leagues. And he goes, how many you in? I was like, 40 plus. He's like, that's too many, bro. I don't know how you do that, bro. Like, that's not even fun. And I'm like, no, it's a ton of fun.
But this is also like the same type of people when they used to be like, man, how much you working these days? When I worked at Verizon, it's like, man, I work like 7 days a week. I'm working like 12 hours. But my commission checks are like through the roof right now. They're like, I don't even know how you do it, bro. I can't even do it that much. Like, just out here grinding. That's why.
You know what's crazy? This is how I used to tell people. This is how I used to convince people to play fantasy, right? Like, or play in my leagues. They're oh, I'm already in 2 leagues, or I'm 3, and like, they're not joining, bro. Like, you take a shit. You don't take a shit. Because I swear to God, if you take a shit, you can play fantasy, bro. Because motherfuckers taking a shit, looking at their phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can get the fuck out of here. I'm 40 leagues taking shit. You know how many shits I take a day now? I do all my best work in the office.
Fucking hilarious.
If you could take a shit, you could play in the hella leagues, bro. You looking at the phone all fucking ready. You know what I mean? 10 years from now, we're gonna have a contacts. You put it in your eyes, and it's your phone. That's how it's gonna be one day, and no one can tell me nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
like
just gonna be like
300
glasses that you put on and shit or something.
You already see what I'm saying?
And I got Chris Godwin last round, and I almost wanted to get B-Rob or Gibson, but I figured let me just push it off. Let me see if one of them will fall. And I got Gibby in the 9th round at the end, going up against the Cardinals.
You got the wrong one, man.
I didn't have a choice. B-Rob got taken. They made
the last one.
Nah,
I know. Yeah, I like the Godwin. Like he's Godwin. Godwin is his name.
Dang it, what happened? PJ said Young got taken. He said you can stop ignoring my shit now. What happened? What happened?
What happened, bro?
I didn't even see the last one.
Was he saying take Bryce Young?
Oh, he said why do you think Richardson always goes ahead of Bryce Young? Richardson sucked in college in his offense.
It's because in fantasy people want the mobile QB. Simple and plain.
Shout out to our man Stranger. He said, I'm perfect. 0 for 0. Hey, there we go. You didn't lose not $1 on fantasy last year.
And it means you won. It means you win, bro. Hey, see, that's a Sagittarius mindset for real, though. Like for example, I went to Vegas. I didn't spend $1 on Vegas.
Yeah.
Right? I win. And they say the house always wins in Vegas because it usually does.
Yeah.
Usually does. You know what I'm saying? The house always wins.
It was so funny. I remember one time I went to Vegas with this is like 12 years ago, like really, really long time ago with this chick, and we were playing at the Bellagio or whatever, and she won like $300 and she was all stoked. She's like, woo! And he was like, oh man, we're not going to be able to work the fountains tonight because of that.
Oh, what a dickhead. It was the dude, huh?
Yeah, it was funny as I was busted.
It was the dude from whatchamacallit, wasn't it? What's his name, bro? Guy, bro?
I don't even remember his name.
In the Vegas vacation, bro.
How about you go? How about we go out back? You give me the money. We go out back. I kick you in the nuts, and we call it a day.
Oh shit, man! That guy got him so good, man.
And who's this Facebook user? Who will be starting QB for the Cardinals this week? It's gonna be Dobbs.
Give me Dobbs.
They're not gonna throw Tune out there like right away. Like they're gonna wait until they get a little seasoned. He's had some good practices. Get him out there maybe mid-season or something.
Here's the funny thing, because there's some fugaziness to it, right? Like when they're like, "What up, Devo?" When they're like, "Oh yeah," and fuck the Steelers. There might be some fugaziness to it when it comes to, because remember they're like, oh, Clayton Tune and Colt McCoy are really in a QB competition here. Then they cut McCoy and trade for Dobbs all in the same day. You know what I mean? And so it says something. And Dobbs is familiar with the system. He has correlations with that OC they got. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm giving it to Dobbs. Excuse me.
Let's see who else we got in here. And what PJ say? Why do you think? Or no, we already saw that. Nigel, can you explain the Vampire League to me, being that I'm the vampire? Yeah, Nigel's the vampire.
Nice.
And everybody wants to be the vampire. That's the first
until
thing.
they're the vampire.
Yeah, maybe. I got, because we did have a vampire who won last year. So you got to play in leagues with like Titans for life and beat him week 1, and it just starts you off on the roll. My man, Titans, man. He said that. He came and brought it up. I forgot about that. He came and brought it up. He was like, just word of advice, don't lose to the vampire week 1. It won't be a good season for you.
You know what's so crazy about that too? It's like Titans, because Titans is not scared to take a risk in fantasy. You know what I mean? Like when you see the way he rocks, like with his rosters and shit, he's a savage, bro. Like in his own right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he does a bunch of the things I would never do. But he be competing though. You know what I mean? Like he's in the thick of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? he always has a bunch of guys that are on my list that I'm okay to be wrong about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they start working for him, not me.
What Darren said, giving Thomas another try.
Michael?
I hope it's Logan. I hope it's Logan and not Michael. Don't do it.
I'll take a chance on both of them. They go so late.
Shit, wow.
It's like, and I don't.
Michael Thomas went for $3, and I was like, in the Wafers League, overpay. I yelled it out, dude. Like I was talking shit about some picks when it was just guys who I was completely off.
That's funny.
And man, it was.
I like Michael Thomas, bro. If he comes back to form, Derek Carr is gonna pepper his ass, bro. It's just like I just don't. It's hard. Is he gonna come back? Pause.
And Nigel, I guess I forgot on your question being the vampire. So if you get first priority on the waivers every single week, nobody else even gets to pick up anybody off waivers until week 2 at this point, week 2 waiver wire cycle. And if you win any game you win, you get to steal a player from your opponent and you get to send back whoever you want.
Yeah, even if it's a player on your bench. The vampire.
Yeah, so let's see what Nigel can.
Nigel. It's funny because like he's from Serbia, but in my mind, he's Australian. He's Nigel.
He's Nigel.
Good day, Nigel. Stingrays with the death of me. That's fucked up how them Stingrays did my guy in, bro. The croc hunter, bro. You remember that dude? Steve, whatever the fuck. Crikey. We got a live one. She's a beaut. He'll just be in the boat and just jump right off the boat. Oh, look at the school. Look at all the turtles. Just jump right in the thing. Right on the back of a sea turtle. You jump up, pull it out the water. She's a beaut. I'm like, bro, it's wilding, bro. Oh shit! Then he found him a crazy white broad from America, huh? He knocked a little baby croc hunter out of her.
Yep.
He grabs a rattlesnake. Look, son, this is how you gotta handle a rattlesnake.
Damn it! Tino said had to head back. He said I'm back. Had to head. Check out those ribs and briskets. Oh man.
Okay. Yeah, you slow. Oh, you guys slow cooking over there? He got one of them. Well, you guys got one of them traders. What do they call them things? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you the wood chip joints? The smokers?
Yeah, smokers.
Yeah. He said brisket and ribs. That shit about to fall off the bone. Pause.
And Trey said, do I trade Derrick Henry for ETN and Higgins? I need wide receivers, but I'm not sure about Higgins.
Yeah.
ETN.
Yes, you do that.
I probably would. I mean,
I get Higgins and ETN. Yes.
Here's the thing. No matter what, Henry is the better player in this. I'm trying to get top Henry.
I think Higgins for needing a receiver. I'll do this, and you get a top 24 running back for sure. I top 24 for sure.
But you need to quit acting like Derrick Henry isn't about to be like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's about to be like I got him at 6. Remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I know your philosophy is get top heavy. I mean, this is not getting top heavy. This is
like flipping things, dude. I got excited for the guy. Yeah, do that shit.
Yeah. See, I'm saying no.
Do it.
I'm going about it another way. I don't want to trade my top heavy pieces away, especially this early. Like,
I'm doing it.
There's got to be other guys that you can get in the mix.
I think ETN's going to be on a better offense. I think Derrick Henry is that entire offense, right? And I think he'll volume his way into fantasy greatness. I think the 1B for Burrow and ETN to combine, I'm going to get more out of that combined than Derrick Henry.
Well, yeah, you will.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what we always try to do. I'm gonna try to trade 2 lesser players and go after Higgins versus giving up probably the guy that you drafted in the 1st or 2nd round and trading down to get 2 depth pieces. If this is dynasty, I'm all for it. This ain't dynasty. We're talking redraft.
I'll do it either way. I like flipping things. Half my rosters ain't gonna look the same in the next couple of days. I promise you. Going crazy. all my Bijan shares. I'm about to flip all of them for everything. Watch this.
And Marty said, you think Evans gets traded? Probably not. It sounds good.
It would have to be it. See, here's the thing. It's teams that are going to be needy at that point, right?
Yeah.
A team that's competing. Like, okay, out of conference, I think the Bills should trade for Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Right?
They should.
And that could be one of those moves. They get deeper into the year, and they're like Gabe Davis ain't handling or whatever the fuck, and then Tampa's losing, because that's another thing too. That division is so wide open. Tampa could be in it still be in the mix by the time we get to that trade deadline. When is the trade deadline? November-ish,
yeah,
October-ish,
yeah. And and real quick, who is this? Javel said, "Are you doing any more leagues today? If so, may I join?"
Yes, you may.
We have a spot in a 3 QB league, $55 entry.
What?
And yeah, send me a direct message like right now, because I know we start.
Somebody about to take it, bro. Where's Phil at?
5 hours. 5 hours.
Phil might fill these joints up. And we got a best ball. We got a best ball, $10.
Yeah.
For your ticket. For your ticket.
That's if Candlestick doesn't join. If Candlestick already joined, that spot's already filled.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he saw your text. That means he saw the link.
I'm assuming so. Yeah. And let's see. One other question. Chris said, sit one, Javante, James Cook, Olave, Pacheco. I'll sit Javante for week 1. We don't know right out the gate. We don't know right out the gate how he's going to be. Elias in the house. What up, bro? He's in the 3 QB league with us. Strapped in today. Let's get it. Yeah. And I'm back on the clock. Let's see.
About to go do a Truly's run, bruh.
Oh shit, froze.
Oh,
here we go. We're back in. I'm already in bench territory now. So let's take a flyer on Kincaid. I like taking him in offense only leagues when I'm already in my bench positions. And yes, Elias, I got it, bro. I got it. Dang it, 2-9er said, damn, I want to play, but I don't get paid until midnight. So there's one more spot in a league that we have going tomorrow, and I've been working on filling this Monday league before the Tuesday one. We had someone drop out of the Tuesday 3 QB league. It's a $55 entry. Got some hitters in there, like my man Corey, who he always plays in like one league with us like per year. And this is the one that he chose to embark upon this year. And Song said, looking at the first week matchup, would you start Goff and St. Brown or Watson and Elijah Moore? I'll start Watson and St. Brown. I mean, I don't know. I still think Watson's going to have better per
numbers. Who they playing week 1?
They're playing the Bengals, so it's going to be a little bit of a tougher defensive matchup.
But it's a young secondary that could be exploitable early. You know,
very new secondary.
Yeah, they can be exploitable early. I'm emphasizing early because you know what I mean, like 3-4 weeks into a year, that's when you really start seeing motherfuckers getting into. You know what I mean, like
for sure.
Yeah, and plus with the way the practices have been, and like goddamn,
what up, Zach? Yeah,
what up, Zach?
How you liking your team, bro?
But yeah, you know, like the way not practice, like the way they practice these days, and like the way preseasons are, like you know, they're not really getting on the field like all crazy early on. So like we tend to see poorer quality football in general. Early. Yeah,
especially on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, and the really good teams like last year, the Bills, right? They're playing the Rams week 1. Remember how much they came out there and shredded them the fuck up?
Yeah.
Right. Because the Bills is an actual good team. You know what I mean? Like the Chiefs are going to go out there and destroy the Lions, in my opinion, week 1. Because I still don't know. Like what the Lions got going is like they have this like forever chip on their shoulder. And then that's, you know, Dan Campbell, he out there, he's ready to fight people too. He got a shank on him. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's riling them up. But like, bro, they're just still a bad defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's and Phil said, who's the MLB for the Bills, Bernard or Dotson? And no, Emil, it's not Milano. I mean, technically Milano's
It's
Will.
AJ Klein right now, technically, right?
No, it's not.
No. Who is it then?
No, it's either it's Bernard or Dotson. The thing
Yes.
that's crazy is on the Bills website. That's the only one that we can consider official, okay? Because even ESPN and all that, like, it's not official. It's just their guess at this point. They have Dotson and Bernard both as first string MLB, so they're still
They haven't
in the
decided it yet.
competition. They are still in the competition.
Please, one of them, because I have them everywhere in Dynasty. Just like round 40, my round 48, 49 guys all the time. Them and Taki and Tony Fields from the Browns. Like, just.
And Tino said, crazy if the Lions beat the Chiefs week 1. I think everyone would think that it's crazy, but I mean, it's all about matchups, right? Neither of these teams have amazing defenses right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, L'Jarius Sneed, that, you know what I'm saying? He's not even the best player to begin with. He's hurt.
Nah,
No
they said
Chris
they
Jones.
said him and Tony they said they're good to go.
Him and Tony?
Yep.
Tony's on the block. I got all the Tony and that motherfucker's on the block.
Yeah, they
Let's
said
go. He's on the block, B.
They said he's Gucci now. He's good.
Come again, B. He's Gucci. Tony, the phony.
Oh man! All right, we got to get everyone paid up for all these leagues. All the non 420 crew members. They got to be getting in there.
I want to roll something, man. I need to get rich already, bro. So I can just have a roller, like a pay a motherfucker to roll this shit, B.
Yeah,
that'd be hard. That's how all the big dogs do it.
Hell yeah. Yes, for me it was just the hang arounders when back when I was just the 420 hustler.
You know what's funny too is like we used to have this golden rule: you light it if you rolled it. So then motherfuckers will always jump to it, and even as like grown men, there still be motherfuckers. Yeah, I'll roll it. Go ahead. Yeah, handle that shit. Especially with the backwood, I'm like, go ahead, yeah, roll that shit. Like my man Maddie Law, he was always been that guy. He just boom, yeah, I'll rap it. Yeah, hell yeah. He got bars. That's what we call it in the Bay. Motherfucker got bars. You know
I guess I always thought that it was funny. The ones, oh man, I need to be the first one, or I need to be in that.
Yeah, those are weirdos.
Not like we're not about to smoke 20 of these too.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Like I said, even as grown men, because that's something we can as kids. Like when we were kids, we would call like. We were smoking weed like at fucking 12, 13. Motherfuckers is calling rotation. You know, Deuce, Trey, fuck, kill. Kill was 5 because it's like you're hoping it gets to you, like make it kill that shit. Hey, motherfuckers that fought over the row. We used to do Fight Club under the bridge.
Remember it's always I bet it's always some motherfuckers not even putting in on it that are the first ones ready to fight.
And they're the ones that want to roll it too.
Yeah.
or like when we used to do like community shit, right? We used to call it the cause. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we used to do in high school, right? Walk around, ask all the broads, let me get $1, let me get $1, let me get $1, $1 for the cause, $1 for the cause.
Yeah.
There'll be like 8 of us doing that shit, and then we'll go get like a fucking quarter and just burn. Then I started realizing, man, they can just get it off of me. I need to buy this quarter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things, just you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go get $1 for the cause.
Let's see, who is this? John in the Dynasty group. What up? He said, Alex, 1 QB, Dynasty 12-team league, thinking of going rebuild. So trading Diggs, what should I expect? Easily 2 first-rounders and potentially a player or 2 on top of that. But you only need to sell to someone who's going for a championship, who's trying to buy it. You should be trying to get younger players and top round picks. And if it's a contender, it's a low pick. So that's why you need to get 2.
You need to get a player as well, or 2 or multiple. Yeah.
I think you could get easily 2 draft picks and potentially 2 players. I mean, obviously it depends on, you just want to get younger guys who maybe haven't broken out yet.
Receiver? What's a good young receiver to target that you know what I mean? Maybe
I mean, go after one of those new guys, like go after a Flowers or a QJ. I mean, maybe everyone except JSN. Maybe JSN would be on the block for the person if they're trying to tier up for a championship.
Yeah, I'll take JSN in the first for Diggs.
I'd want more, but that'd be a good starting point.
Yeah. I'm just saying like that. I think like I would ask for more, and then I could work my way down and land on that.
Because this is someone who I'm assuming whoever the trade partner is, it's going to be someone who's buying a championship.
Yeah, you're
going to buy a championship. That means buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like not everyone's going to do it, but you got to find that person who will.
And you got to remind that motherfucker, hey, bro, Diggs is 100 receptions as a floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
100 receptions in his sleep.
Because you know what's funny about like about telling people shit straight up is like because they can look that up. You know what I mean?
People might have forgot that he got like 1,500 yards last year.
I mean, he led the league what in 2020, and then since 2020, since he linked up with Allen, it's only 100 receptions plus, right? He's been 110, 111. That's like kind of his range, right?
And Derek said, Matty Law was always rolling them backwoods for us the whole time in Vegas. So that's
yeah. Hey, listen, bro. Me and Matty, bro, we used to get loaded, bro. And he was one of those dudes like he like all the concentrates, like infused shit. Like he remember when Moon Rocks hit the scene hella years ago?
Yeah.
He would always be like, hey, Five, I got these Moon Rocks. I'm like, get a backwood. We're gonna smoke that shit for like 3 hours. That wood would go on forever. And like, even when I was like, oh, bro, we got the glass tips. He's like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? That's the only thing about the wood. The motherfucker, you got to take care of that shit. Or you got to throw some kind of glass tip or something. You know what I mean? And that motherfucker,
yeah.
Second to none. Waking up to the morning wood. Pause.
You guys are fucking savages. I just feel like yuck mouth every time I talk about backwoods. Like, oh, come on, man. Got that snake throat in there. Got that gator back throat. And man, Zach, he said best hustle living in the Bay Area was asking everyone for 50 cents to call your mom to the payphone to check in.
Oh, all the time. I used to do that as a wee tyke. I'd be like outside the Carl's Jr. or something. And I needed some chance to make a call. I can with my mom. Then I got like $4 now. Boom, get a burger. You know? Hell yeah, bro! Especially in like when you live in like metropolitan type areas, and it's just the people are out. You know what I mean? The people are out. You know what I'm saying? And like it's that's what's crazy about living out here. Like, okay, I live in a quiet neighborhood. I'm not a quiet person, and it's crazy because Candlestick he lived like 5 houses down, and you like rock hell, I hear you, bro. I'm like, for real. I'm loud to the motherfucking friend. And like, especially like at night when I'm turned and the kids are asleep, I'm in here slapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in here slapping. It's not, I'm just, you know what I mean? That's me. I gotta hear my music. I gotta, you know what I mean?
And here goes John's follow-up. He said, Alex, agree with you 100% what you guys said. He said the problem is the best offer right now is a 24 first, a 25 first, and Debo. I mean, that's That's 2 first rounders and a wide receiver, though. I mean, Debo's not the youngest. And he said he's
what, 27?
Yeah, he said he is his youngest wide receiver. He said, I got to be honest, I'm not hating on Debo.
Do it.
Yeah,
I'm flipping, bro. You're rebuilding.
Yeah. I mean,
you might even be able to flip Debo at one point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and because I mean, there may be someone. What if Debo gets off
like during the year, even? You know what I'm saying? Like you're rebuilding, so it's just you gotta monopolize. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what happens if you want better value. You wait a couple weeks, and when Diggs starts balling, which you hope that happens out of the gate, the price can go up. But that's the risk you take, right? Because what if he has a couple bad, games right out the gate?
He's going up against Sauce Gardner week 1.
They're gonna move him around.
He'll shadow him.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, they might. What's crazy is like I was saying,
giving up that tug week 1. He's giving up that tug week 1.
And what's
I'd almost want to bet against. I want to bet on that somehow because it's probably going to be. I mean, I don't think I can on Bet MGM, but I bet it would be. Has to be crazy odds for Sauce not to give up. Like that would be the more likely thing.
Oh yeah, like that he doesn't give up a tug.
Right. So I would bet on the kid
that he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That would be dope. Where can we bet that?
I have no idea. Come on,
We're
we're
gonna go to like the
degenerate book.
degenerate house.
Take our money. Take our money.
Let me just don't do it. Because if you have a place where I can bet on all kind of crazy shit, I'm just gonna go there and just drop my money off. Here you go. Just take it.
I'll just send monthly payment.
I can bet on the coin flip in just a week one game. I probably would do it. It's not just a Super Bowl thing. I can do it every game.
You've seen Uncut Gems, right?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, his parlay was just so crazy and so nasty at the same time.
That's
The
why he
opening
died
tip, how to get the opening tip, the points, the fucking the rebounds. It was like everything that he bet on, but they all hit.
That's crazy, bro. That's why when they shot his ass in the face, he died smiling. He's just like, yes,
yeah,
I did.
Because that was not even fucking close. Like, I'm sure he had no bets that ever anywhere hit in that realm, because they said he threw down 100 and something G's and it was supposed to pay out over $1 million. Yeah, that was a fat hit. And Antonio said Diggs versus Sauce week 1 is about to get crazy on Monday night, baby. On Monday night.
First Monday nighter.
And
the
see,
lights is on.
I mean, that and Sauce, for what
when
it's
the
worth,
lights is on.
For what it's worth, Sauce did get a little banged up. I'm not saying he's, not back to close to 100%, but the difference between being 100% and 95 might make enough of a difference.
I bet you they rub route the fuck out of him. Put Diggs in motion, have him, follow him. Boom, on the other side, hit him with a rub route. Someone jam him up at the line while Diggs get behind. You know what I mean? They're gonna do shit like that.
Yeah.
You remember, who used to get hella mad? Jalen Ramsey. Because remember, like he didn't went up against Devontae Adams a few times, and it was always epic, right? And I remember Rodgers said they put Devontae in motion, and then on the other side, Lazard just hits what's his name, Jalen Ramsey. And what's his name? Devontae catches the tug, little signature fade right down there. It was like a 1 yard line play, and Jalen Ramsey was hot. He was talking hella shit. He was like, "That's what you gotta do, huh? That's what you gotta do, huh?" Like, yeah, obviously, outsmarted you. Alan Lazard's over there, huh?
Yeah.
In that same system. And they have Dalvin. Hey, bro, I'm hella excited. Tyler Dodson or Bernard, but it's going to be one of them.
Man, you know who didn't like that the comment? Big Draft Energy Disco.
Wow.
The one that I put, he was like, weird flex. And I said, why is it weird? I said, too many people giving advice that don't win championships. Notice how the ones in the chat who win championships put the numbers they won, and the other clowns talk shit or don't put numbers.
Or he says weird flex, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, Disco, if you don't win championships, bro. But if you don't win championships, I've
heard some of the advice. I've heard some of his advice.
It's not the best.
It's so best ball.
Yeah. Like, if you win money at DFS or best ball, give advice on DFS or best ball. Don't try to give advice on formats that you don't play in. Like, that's not a shot at anyone. If anyone is getting offended by this, that means that there's something that you don't like about yourself.
I don't go to the steakhouse and order the chicken, bro. Okay? I go to the dentist and I let the dentist work on my teeth. I don't say, give me the drill. Let me show you how it's done. Just saying.
And for the ones who care about getting advice from people who give championships, now they know how many championships I won last year if you weren't paying attention.
I just like winning.
Yeah.
And I try to do, I love helping people win because it's great fantasy karma.
Yeah. And you could tell the ones who win championships, because here goes some of the ones who win championships. Bass Pro Pettis. He said, I went 3 for 3 last year. Boom. He didn't talk shit or cry. This dude, Anthony, who popped up in our stream the other day, 1 for 1. I dropped all my leagues to focus on my main cash league 2 years ago, but he won it 1 for 1. Boom.
And you know why he points that out? Because that's probably the best move he made for him personally, right? He's like, hey, I needed to focus on the one so I can get to the promised land.
And see, even this guy who didn't talk shit, he said, I've won 5 championships in the last 8 years. And my response is, that's better than most, because it probably is. Most people win 0 championships on a year-to-year basis.
I had the homie, bro. We went for 8 years. He never even sniffed the playoffs. And like it's like what's crazy is like he always drafts well. You know, he makes good moves. It's just he just had a bad go at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, in the league full of other savages, like you know what I mean. And we always called him the bye week. Poor guy. I didn't call him that because that was bad fantasy karma.
And Dennis said 8. Was that the championships? And Juggernaut in the house. Fucking Tino. I'm the Jim Kelly of the Eastside League. I got 6 second place finishes.
Oh my God.
That's got to
He got one though, but he got one though in that Eastside League.
I mean, and see, and even how long's that league been going on?
I mean, I think it's
more than 10 years, right?
Yeah, more than 10. I've been in it for this is my hold on 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. This is my 6th season in this league, and it's been going for double.
And see, look at Knight, bro. I always lose in the playoffs. That Green Bowl, the San Diego Green Bowl before it changed to the Hustler Green Bowl. I'd only won in 2007 and 2010, and I could not get over the hump. In 2014, I lose the championship. I can't remember what other year I lost the championship, but it's tough. It's tough if you just play in one league. I mean, it is not even a 10% chance that you're going to win that one league.
I used to be mad when I early on. I had the 2 leagues for 2 years. Then I went straight to 5 and 5 plus, like beyond, right? But like those first 2 years, I remember the first time I lost the Super Bowl, bro. I was fucking devastated.
Yeah,
I was so fucking mad because I hate finding a scapegoat, but I found one. It was my boy Chris Vetter, right? And he actually played for a little while in the league for the Dolphins. And he was like a 4-string guy, but and mainly special teams. But anyways, he was my connection to like James Jones and all those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Because he went to college with them. So anyways, Vetter, he's just at my house chilling, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in the chip, bro. He's like, I just lost. You know, he's like, fuck, he's mad, and he's like, let me see your lineup. This is the worst thing I ever did. So I show him it, right, and I got Jeremy Hill in the lineup. And he's like, you're tripping, bro. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you playing Jeremy Hill, bro? I'm like, he's playing the Browns. And he's like, nah, bro, you got, what's his name? Someone else on my bench. He's like, you're tripping, bro. You got to do that, bro. And then, like, we're just chilling, and the game's about to start in, like, 30 minutes. He just can't stop hounding me. You got to do that shit, bro. You're tripping playing Jeremy Hill, bro. And I'm like, he's been going off, bro. What do you, like, nah, bro. He's just, the Browns is that. And first of all, the Browns are really shitty. So I'm hot, and I'm like, okay. I'm telling you, bro, if you don't want to lose, don't be like me, bro. He's like, don't be like me, bro. I lost because I made a bad move. And he's telling me this whole shit. I make this switch. The first fucking play of the game, Jeremy Hill runs like a 30-yard house call. It's a standard league. Look at this foot. And then Jeremy Hill scores the second one. And I'm like, hey, get out of my house right now, bro. He's like, bro, it's not that deep. I'm like, get the fuck out of my house right now, bro. Fuck this guy. I'm like, you just gave up my title. Fuck you. Get out of my house. He's like, it's not that deep, man. He's like outside my house, standing outside the door. He's like, bro, it's not that deep, bro.
And see, you don't want to be like me because he lost. Like, hey, see, I guess I was the first. If you read Ricky Williams,
hindsight,
had you met Ricky Williams before this, you would have known. I ain't taking advice from this bum. He ain't.
That's the thing too. I had met Ricky before. But you know, I was on.
Well, you never got that ism.
Molly. Nah, we didn't get no isms. We just smoked them out real quick. Ricky was all about it too. He's like, hell yeah.
I bet Ricky's. I mean, we've only heard a couple of his random fucking weed smoking stories.
I mean, remember the one he was like, I came home, you know what I'm saying? I landed in Sac. And he's like, I'm in the airport. I'm waiting for my bag. And he said, there's this guy that was on the plane just hella eyeing him the whole time. Then he's there in the baggage claim. He's hella eyeing him too. Then he said he saw the guy grab his bag, like his own bag. And he's just waiting. He's just holding the bag. And then like when Ricky grabs his bag, this guy beeline straight to him. And he's like, hey, bro, you Ricky Williams? He's like, yeah, I got some fire in the car. And he's like, all right. And he just went and smoked with the dude. I'm like, what a life. You know what I mean? To be a guy, once you get recognized, everyone wants to smoke you out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that was my life growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what's cool about a guy like Ricky Williams is I mean, I'm sure we've never seen anything of Ricky Williams having like fighting or anything, but to a lot of normal people, I'm sure we just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
you know, just he's bigger. He's, like
I think he's more zen. I think he's more zen anyway. You know what
right.
I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm sure that really never really crossed his mind about like, oh, I'm gonna get into a situation.
Oh, that dude that kept eyeing him and shit.
Yeah, where someone's gonna like fuck me up or something, like that. And but it's cool that like he's so much of a regular guy that he will just go smoke with like random people.
For real,
just for the experience. And now for the story, like, man, all these are just like hella funny stories.
Yeah, like he said, remember he was like, I walk into the dispensary when he first moved out here. He's like, I walk into the dispensary and it's like I bought something. He's like, I came back the next day, and then there was a guy there like, hey, you're Ricky Williams. Man, you don't need to buy anything in here. Come, I got you, man. You know what I mean? Just threw him a zip.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, because that's what you want, right? If Ricky Williams makes one post about your dispensary, like, man, that shit's worth whatever the fuck you just gave them.
It's funny too, because like it's so funny because everybody I know that like has a business or something that like when I told him I was kicking it with Ricky, like, ooh, pitch him this for me, like nah. Like everybody wants Ricky to come, the food in the cannabis industry that I fuck with.
Yeah, and there's like so many people as soon as like
I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, he got his own thing going, bro.
Yeah, and like there's so many people like after Ricky Williams comes on the show. This is like, when he first like came on. So many motherfuckers like, hey, you think Ricky Williams would come on my show? He's like, would you ask him? It's like, I'm not wasting any kind of time that I would have talking to him about your show. Trust me.
Like how much you got for me? Because you know what? I'm pretty sure Ricky wouldn't mind that too. Like, hey, Ricky, they got these guys that are willing to pay you $500 to go on their show for an hour. Okay,
maybe
shoot me the Venmo.
That's funny. And what up, Darren? He said this year Hustler got me in like 30 leagues. Hell yeah, a lot of those are best ball though. A lot of those are best ball though, right? I mean, that's the way we can diversify the league portfolio now is getting into a bunch of best balls.
Yeah, and it really makes me hone in on the player pools that I'm just zeroing in on for my redrafts. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the dynasties are just it's just a total blast. You know what I mean? Just straight GM. You know what I mean? I got so many different builds. It's fucking awesome. I'm gonna have fun.
And what up, Jose? On in the Facebook.
What up, Jose from San Jose?
He said, "How y'all feeling about Juju?" I mean, I like him of where you can get him. I'm not super. I don't think he's gonna be like a top 12, top 15 guy.
I think he's like 80 receptions. And he's gonna play like 70% out of the slot. So I mean, it's Bill O'Brien. He gets his slot isms from being a Belichickian. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like it. That was one of the first orders of business too in the offseason. And remember, for the last like 3 years, I was trying to put Juju with New England, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Like every year, like sure. Juju should go to fucking Patriots.
Man, and Killer Clown said, I better not be playing you week 1, Hustler.
You guys are in the Green Bowl, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm playing Street Soldiers. Oh man, he's the one. He took down one of these championships last year. I can't remember if it was the IDP or the one without IDP. He's in both though. He's in both. Yeah, Street Soldiers is a character, man. He's ready. He wants all.
He's from the streets, bro.
Yeah. and Night, he said, I better not play you in week 1, Hustler, because it's getting old. I know. I don't want to play you week 1. Fuck. Didn't even want to in the Green Bowl. That's how it fucking had to start off. Bakes in the house. What up, Bakes? He said, what draft is this? This is the Debo Snatch a Chain, the non-IDP one. The non-IDP. And let's see. And we're gonna do some grades here. So we'll do Darren's first. If you wanna grade, throw it in the chat. throw it in the chat. We'll read out some of these teams, give a grade. And Jay Levin said, how far apart are Eckler to Barkley dynasty-wise? It's not very far at all, and I like Barkley more than Eckler for dynasty. And he said, what compensation separates the two? See, really, it's crazy because it really depends on like who you're talking to, because there's a lot of people who still have Eckler higher than Barkley. I have Barkley higher than Eckler. So, I mean, if I could just trade Barkley for Eckler, like, or if I could trade Eckler for Barkley, like straight up, I probably would, even though I don't like doing trades like that.
I mean, like, you might have to throw a pick on top of Eckler to get Barkley, but I would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Barkley at minimum to me is number 2 in receptions on that team. I mean, he just led that team in receptions, and they added Waller, and they have like a whole like plethora of bad receivers. I think Saquon could at minimum be like number 2 in receptions on that team.
Yeah,
and he's 25, and he's gonna have to play his ass off because he's basically another contract year. He's only on a 1-year joint.
Mm-hmm.
So that there is that. You know what I mean? And then same thing with Eckler. I mean, Eckler's aged, and like next year, he's not on that team contractually, is he? Or no, they extended him, huh?
Say that again?
Did they extend him this year? They did some kind of restructuring.
Eckler?
Yeah.
They didn't extend him. They just restructured the deal so he could make more money. It's kind of like Saquon.
Okay. So it's just
he didn't get paid anything more. He just has more incentives that got added on. And Jay Levin said, thanks. Hell yeah, bro. And Bake said, I'm playing BS Barbarians first week of the IDP Life one. He said, not looking forward to that one. He always has some good teams.
Oh, yeah. BS is a barbarian.
Elias said, I know you guys say never trade Kelsey, but hear me out. No, don't trade Kelsey. I'll read it out, but don't trade Kelsey. He said, I'd be giving up Terry McLaurin and Breece Hall and Kelsey for Waller, Hill, and Jacobs. What do you guys think? Horrible. Horrible.
I like what you got already.
Don't do it, man. Keep Kelsey. And like, if you're worried about Breece, like, and that's an upgrade to get to Jacobs, but I don't know.
I mean, maybe I'm not doing that. If you could throw in Breece and something else, and get Jacobs and something else. I'm okay with McLaurin. I mean, he got the toe right now, but we might maybe even hold off a day. See if we get a practice report tomorrow by McLaurin or something. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta remember, it's this week 1 practices. This is gonna tell us a lot. You know what I mean? About all the things that we're kind of worried about right now. We're gonna get some clarity here, and we're gonna keep y'all updated every morning. We'll wake up with fantasy, and we got a motherfucking fantasy news today every day.
Hell yeah. And Tino said, starters sit Jaden Daniels or Shadur Sanders. Come on, man. You can't be coming here asking us college questions when you're supposed to be the guy who we're asking college questions to. But I don't know. Sanders threw for 500 yards, man. Like, if they're not playing a top-ranked team like they did this past week, I'm sure he has just as good of a shot to go for 500 again.
That kid's crazy. I like that Sanders kid.
500.
Hey, his dad was like, I'm going to make sure you're a QB. He's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
The big bucks, son.
It's probably way harder to be that super, ultra elite cornerback than it is to be like a guy that could play QB in the NFL.
And then there's that one kid who the young Dion, right? The corner receiver that they got over there in Colorado. He plays both sides.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he had like 11 grabs, but he also plays corner, and he's like a shutdown. At least that I've heard he's a shutdown. I'm not gonna front like I watched College Crazy.
Yeah. I watched none of it, so that's why we need guys like.
I was watching that Colorado game yesterday though, because that shit was awesome. Or 2 days ago.
Yeah, I watched part of it. Wish I would have watched more of it. And people weren't ready for the kind of shit that Dion said. Like, I didn't hear his whole press conference, but He was like, oh, yeah, it's going to make people really uncomfortable. You know, you got a black man up here with swag who's doing his thing, knows his stuff, and he's leading a group of 75% African-Americans out there to war to win a game that they're not supposed to win. He was like, oh, yeah, it's going to make people real uncomfortable.
I love Dion, bro.
And man, it's crazy. There's still like so much racism in college football.
I mean, that's why I love Dion too. Look at even who he is. He had to go in through the BCUs for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had to go to a place that was like shitty to turn them out and get some shine. Like, and I say that because, you know, Deion Sanders' name value should warrant some like interviews or at least get looks, right? But then, you know,
yeah.
Like, look at you. How many white no-name coaches just come out of nowhere, bro? How the fuck this guy get the job? You know what I mean? No football background as a player, and then that they just get in there somehow.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And who is this? Facebook user John. He said, I watch Florida State and rarely any other college games. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're going for your whoever your squad is, yeah. Or just the team you fuck with.
Yeah.
Wolfgang says, should I start P. Ryan, Sutton, Drake London? I'm going to go P. Ryan week 1. And don't forget, do not take a Monday answer as the final answer for the week. That's something we will keep saying and saying all the time.
Yep. Cortland Sutton.
Tina said Sanders plays Nebraska. Daniel plays Graham.
I don't know what that means, Tino.
The matchups mean nothing to me when I don't know how good or bad. I mean, I know Nebraska used to be good. Are they good this year? Are they ranked? I have no idea. And
Omaha.
Who is this? This is Ruben. Said Chig or Dulcich. Huh. Let me see. What are the week 1 matchups for those
Chig.
guys?
I mean, Raiders were kind of ass against the tight end. I mean, hell ass.
Yeah, they were really bad.
Yeah, Dulcich.
Because who the fuck does Chig play? The Saints? Not like the Saints were any good against the tight end either. Yeah, I'm going Dulcich week 1. Because Chig, I mean, I think we saw the ceiling out of Chig. 3-4, receptions, a touchdown if you're lucky. We've seen Dulcich go out there and get like 8 targets. I know it's a different, coordinator and all that.
I mean, it's Sean Payton. He's tight end centric when you get down there in the red zone or on third downs, like possession looks and stuff like that. He likes going to tight end.
Francisco, we can rate your team. I'm more like nitpicking people's teams because then you know where you got to make moves with waivers or potential trades. But throw it in and we'll nitpick it. And Tino said their defense is small, and I can say next season they can be bigger in the trenches. They can make a run for a national championship. Who are we talking about? Colorado? Is that who we're talking about? Let's see. We'll get a couple grades in here. We'll start off with Darren. Where's Darren's team? Yeah, Darren was one of the crazy motherfuckers snatching up the 3 QBs right away. And he starts off with Lamar Jackson, Diggs, Rodgers, Walker, Jimmy G, Dobbins, Ayuk, Kamara, Njoku, Michael Thomas, Mostert, Thielen, blah, Rashee Rice, Higbee, Everett, and Dobbs. Man. I guess I just wouldn't have taken Jimmy there. Like Jimmy, he messed up your starters, man. He messed up your starters. I'm giving this one a C, maybe even a C- because you got Kamara in the mix, and so that means one of the guys lower than him, is going to have to be starting. That was the auto. Okay. Oh man, that sucks. Let's see. Where's Nigel? Nigel starts off with Allen, CD Lamb, Dak, Smith, Keenan Allen, Pitts, Goddard, Cook, Brian Robinson, Gabe Davis, Charbonnet, Jamison Williams, Donta Foreman, CEH, waste of a pick there, Mingo Heineke. Man, I mean, I guess what I'm nervous about for this is the running backs. Like, that's what makes this like a C also. Like, I mean, you're real top heavy, but Pitts and Goddard don't make me get like super Pitts and Goddard don't make me get like super excited about being in your starting lineup. And and Darren said, well, send me the trade, fellas. I need it. Said, see you at the next draft. You the man, Darren. You the man. And if anyone else wants a grade in this draft, go ahead and throw it in. We'll give a grade. And Francisco said 10-teamer, 2 flex. Lawrence, Pollard, Walker, Jefferson, St. Brown, Ingram, Debo, JK. And then the bench is McLaurin, Sky Moore, Charbonnet.
C.
Yeah, I don't like Pollard. I don't like Dobbins, but I mean the rest is like pretty solid for like where you have it.
I was gonna give him a D, but I was like, I'm just trolling.
That's a C. It's a C. And Tino said, yeah, okay, the Colorado line is small, but they're gonna get smoked by USC and Oregon.
That's shit. Look at how much yards and points they just gave up. You know what I mean?
Coaching makes a big difference, though, especially at the college level. And, Dion knew what to do in this game because they went out and shredded. They really did.
That's just college in general, right?
College football, college basketball.
When I was a fucking degenerate gambler, I would fucking just take overs in college. I didn't even know shit. I think I was actually getting a lot of things from Steamboat and then back in the days.
Yeah.
That was when I was like a super degen. We got that poker shack. I used to get annoyed too when they would talk fantasy. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Fuck that shit. Fucking annoying. Trying to play poker. I didn't get it yet. That's why, you know what I mean?
Wasn't there yet.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Crispy said, give him his F. Oh man. Okay. So he starts off with Kelsey and Chubb and then Najee.
Show off.
Gino and Pickett, Aaron Jones,
okay,
Schultz,
okay,
Dodson.
Well, obviously,
Mike Evans, Ingram, Komet, Juju, Ritter, Mooney, Singletary, and Reed. Man, Crispy gets an F because he put together a really good team.
F for fantastic.
Man, this is a really good team, Crispy, because you waited on QB, but you happen to be right in the middle to where you still got 2 really solid ones. Like I got Goffel, and I almost thought about backing it up with Gino, but I was like, we're just gonna wait and we'll see who I could get.
It would have been nice.
The next one, I wanted Gino or Pickett or like neither. Crispy got both of them, swooped them both. So now this is a really good team, Crispy. This is like a B, maybe even a B plus. Like it's Evans week 1. Like that's one thing that sucks. You're gonna have a doozy of a time picking your wide receiver 2 for week 1.
He's gonna play Mike Evans week 1. Who's he playing?
They play Minnesota, and he's got Byron Murphy, and he's banged up, and he's hating on the Bucks for not giving him his contract, and they say he has until week 1. That's why I went with Godwin, because it's like the exact opposite of what Evans is going through right now.
Plus, he has Godwin in his name.
Well, yeah, of course. And let's see, who is this? This is John. He said he's got Herbert / Russ, Pollard, Etienne, Metcalf, Watson, Kelsey, Madison, Miami D. That's nice. Was there a question that was attached to that?
He wants a grade, maybe.
And I mean, it's all right. It's solid. I mean, Kelsey automatically bumps you up. Yeah. I see too many people with Pollard on their team that want a grade, and I don't know. Pollard just drives it down.
I'll give him like a C plus. I like some of those pieces. You compete. It's really about that's what's crazy too. Is like it can. I promise you can have the best looking team, bro. It's really like it's just a fucking schedule, bro.
Yeah, and like
your fantasy schedule, like that shit, like you know what I mean. You just never fucking know.
Yeah, and like how good are you going to be on waivers? You know, like I mean, really, we're just setting the foundation. Like if we look at your team and say it's trash, like then you got some work to do. If we look at your team and say it's all right. You know, at least you're ready to go to war.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I look at my teams half the time like this shit is trash. And I have a good team, but it's just like, I got to do things. You can always make it better no matter what.
Well, I guess we just got to be realistic and like, you know, like I think I'm so desensitized to seeing like, you know, like decent teams and good teams that like they're not even special anymore because like how many grades have we done this off season? Like 1,000? Like we've done so many drafts, like so many real drafts, so many mock drafts, so many best ball drafts. We've been drafting since fucking February.
I mean, if you think about it too, right? Like just the best balls alone, right? What's that? That's 74 divisions. So 74 times 12. That's how many teams that's in the mix. One more spot. Oh, did someone take the last best ball joint?
Let me go check to see if Candlestick locked it in.
I just talked to him too. I should have asked him because he was like, he was like, "What's up? You called me?" And I was like, I couldn't even remember. I'm like, "Oh yeah." I was like, I was shitting you about the draft. And I was like, "What's up? Let's drink." He's like, "All right." So like,
oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh man. So no, he's not in there yet. I did send him the link, and dang it, I didn't even notice this. 4 hours ago, Antonio left the league, but then 3 hours ago, he joined back up. All right.
I like it because he probably felt the way. You know, I'm out of this. You know what? I'm back. I'm back.
And Titans, no, we did not go over the
Titans getting this goddamn best ball.
We did not go over the original Debo snatch a chain, and he said, "Let Bogey roast my team." All right, all right. Okay. That's what you want. That's what you want. We will do it.
Listen, I love Titans, man. That's why I roast the shit out of
I'm playing Titans week 1.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
You're playing the Reaper week 1, bro.
Oh, man. I don't even want to trade with you, bro.
You don't even want to snatch a play. You want to snatch your soul. The Fantasy Reaper Titans for life.
The person that I don't want to trade with ever in life anymore. I have to, one way or the other, a trade is happening. It's either going to be in my benefit or to my detriment. It might be both to my detriment, no matter what.
Oh my God, you have to force trade with Reaper out of that. No matter what, if he wins or you win, there's a trade going down.
This is how the universe works. This is how the universe works.
Oh shit! Someone's getting on the good foot or not.
Oh man, and here we go. So he starts it off with JJ, Justin Jefferson, the 5 spot. And Kirk Cousins, he got the stack.
Oh, he got the corky one.
He got the stack. Waddle, ETN, Swift. Okay.
Okay, got a little ugly.
Yeah.
Got a little tight there.
Ooh, Nick Bolton and Roquan.
Okay.
And then Purdy, and then Zaire Franklin.
Okay.
Pitts, Kyler Murray, waste of a pick. TJ Edwards, Elijah Moore, Kyle Duggar, Thibodeau. Don't fall for the bait, man. Divine Diablo, Dubs, Bigsby, Jalen Carter, Brian Branch, Justin Ross, Deuce Vaughn, Rashawn Gary, Tucker, Chig, Marcus Williams, and Likely.
That's a good team, bro.
It's solid. Let me see.
He's about to snatch your soul.
We're projected for the exact same amount of points. Like, that's what's crazy. We have 19 starters up in this bitch, and we're projected for, like, the exact same amount of points. Oh, wait, but I know how I can change this because I got Jordan Brooks in my starting lineup right now. Hold on. All right.
Look at you.
Screw you, Titan. I want the edge. There we go. 320 to 313 seems a little better. And I'm 320.69.
69, dude.
If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. I put White Boy Troy in for Brooks week 1.
Oh, it's hella funny because my man, shout out to my man Eastside Eric. This is his first year in a super flex, right? And it's the TFL's QB premium, and he gets out of the draft. He goes, bro, I'm the lowest projected, bro. And I'm like, you have a sick ass team. Fuck the projections. What the? So I don't know, man. He's like, I feel like. I'm like, no, just trust me, bro.
This is fucking funny. Dennis said Antonio said earlier he left because he was hungover, but then joined again because fuck sleep. Yeah.
Just remember, go big.
Shout out to my birthday twin Antonio. He's the Brooklyn version of me.
Yeah, Antonio's a savage. He really is. And you can't teach that.
Where'd you want to go, babe?
All right. And who's this Facebook user over here? Cody, Brock Purdy, or Baker Mayfield? That one's a little tough. Week 1. I'm going to say Brock. I just think he'll be a little bit safer. Baker's going to give you more upside. But I don't think Brock comes out and really throws any picks other than maybe a greasy one to Joey Porter Jr. Baker has all the makings for throwing a bunch of greasy picks out there. And Nicholas, what up? So would I be crazy to take Bijan over Eckler full PPR of CMC? Doesn't
No,
fall?
I've done it. I've done it because I like having fun.
I'll tell
I'm
you what's
crazy.
crazy. I'll tell you what's crazier. What's crazier than that?
Taking Kelsey, bruh.
Boom. Do that.
Take Kelsey, bruh.
Best tight end spot right there. Just lock it down. Look at this. Even like imagine if this is a little bit, this is tight end premium, but Kelsey, he's projected for 31 here. Kyle Pitts projected for 17 in a tight end.
Damn, bro. What the fuck? Where's my man Jorge? What's Jorge? My man Brittle.
I have no idea.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know what team he's on.
Jorge Brittle, come on, George.
No. I'm looking in. I'm
the team. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I'm looking in the league.
Who cares?
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to war, baby. Oh yeah. So Titans, his starting roster: Cousins, ETN, Swift, Jefferson, Waddle, Pitts, Elijah Moore, Bateman, Purdy, Thibodeau, Rashawn Gary, Roquan, Nick Bolton, Duggar, Branch, Zaire Franklin, TJ Edwards, Divine Diablo. And Titan said, I took Kelsey at 101 in my home league. I bet you ruffled all types of feathers over there.
Let's fucking go. It's Kelsey or Jefferson at this point for me.
And Nicholas said it's a $300 buy-in. If you played in the $600 league that we play in,
I took Kelsey in that league.
Done the same thing.
In a super flex QB premium, motherfucking tight end premium, I took Kelsey 5 overall over Burrow and Herbert and all the motherfuckers. I'm a savage.
If you have a tight end spot in your league, there is no bigger positional advantage than Travis Kelsey. You want to know why you want to know how I know this? Go look at the projections at every single position. Quarterback, you'll see a bunch that are right up there with Mahomes. Wide receiver, you'll see a bunch that are close to Justin Jefferson. Running backs, you'll see a bunch that are very, very close to CMC. When you go to your tight end spot, you will notice that the number 2 tight end is projected for half the points of the number 1 tight end. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Look at that. Hess said I took Kelsey at the 101 in a $700 league. Because that's how you get the advantage, baby.
Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
I took him in that $600 league, right? The green ball.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was shot.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, Bogey's on one.
Fantasy Ninjas, I took Kelsey at the 102. And you know why we can do this is because we're going to draft so solid that our 2nd and 3rd and 4th picks are going to add a bunch of value right around Kelsey.
You know what's funny too, especially in this, like if I'm in a single QB situation, right, with a tight end spot, it's like, okay, what am I missing out on? The top end receivers and running backs, right? Okay, I'll get the best far and away tight end, and then there's still a crop of receivers and running backs that are fucking awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
For 2nd round and beyond, you know what I mean? Especially if you're up high in the draft and you get Kelsey when you're on a 2-3 turnaround, you're stacking, B.
See, now like, Nicholas coming around. He said, well, damn, now I got to rethink everything. He said, I had Kelsey last year and I could have kept him with my first pick, but I chose to keep Hurts at 5 and Stevenson at 7. So this is dope. Like you get to still draft Kelsey, not keeping him. That is amazing.
As long as there's not a Savage thinking the same thing, right? Where's he said he's at in the draft?
He said he's number 3.
Okay.
I mean, you better hope that he goes there. But if people are thinking like you and they're like, oh, hell no, like it's a $300 league, I ain't picking Kelsey, number 1. That means you should be able to snap him at number 1 and 103.
And maybe if I had a list of the keepers, right? Because, like, I mean, I'm sure, like, there's only, how many people are keeping a tight end, right?
Sure, nobody except
nobody.
I mean, if you didn't keep Kelsey, I'm sure nobody's keeping them unless they got Hawkinson, like 10th, 12th round.
For the sake of it, if Kelsey is gone, I mean, I'm not mad at taking Bijan over Eckler. It's almost like someone might even take Bijan, then you get left with Eckler, and you're like, hey, Eckler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like you're just in a great position there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would have kept Kelsey though. To begin with, I would have threw Stevenson back. I would have been like, let's give me Kelsey. I got him. Kelsey, it hurts. Be like, oh, it hurts.
It's funny. I've been ruffling some feathers just on Twitter today as well. And it's funny because I was expecting some people to like talk shit, but I've only had people agreeing with me. It's one of these young kids who like been playing fantasy football for 2 years or whatever and giving a bunch of advice, and his takes are trash. He's still on the Lance fucking hype train. Like
no, he's saying Lance is gonna take over from Dak, bro.
Trash, like just trash takes.
Oh my god, they bring that guy on the show.
And so now
I'll fucking tear him a new one.
And because he met Des Bryant out in Ohio, yeah. Like it's weird, man. Like that just shows how corny Des is. Like he picked a bunch of like young white boys to like team up with and like write content for like whatever fantasy company. And I just the what's it called? The article that I saw was like, do people not realize this kids never won a fantasy championship, but gives you tips on how to win your fantasy league? Is that the problem with fantasy football advice? People who don't win love to give championship advice. And then we see one of the dudes from Patriot Sports Radio agreed with me and said, was disappointed to see Des pick that kid to promote. He said, not to be a dick, but there are people with much better substance out there. And that's all I mean. Like there's so many better people giving advice than this. Like,
hold on.
21-year-old.
Because Des Bryant said it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not even that he said
if I had a chicken joint, right? I'm like, Des.
That's who he picked to
chicken. And he said the chicken's good. Is that going to blow up my chicken joint? You know what I mean?
No, it's not that Des Bryant said it. It's Des Bryant is like starting a fantasy company, and he has like a couple of these random kids like writing, articles and stuff for him. And that's who that out of all the people who are out there, out of all the people who he met this weekend, like he chose to like link up with like 21-year-olds who are probably going to work for free.
Is he a minority kid?
No, fuck no.
Was there any minorities out there?
It's probably very, very few and far between.
Hey, I'll be back. I'm
gonna
go run. I'm gonna do a Home Depot run. I'll be back.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here real soon. Anyways.
Yeah, are you doing a 3 o'clock joint?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
for sure.
We'll be back. Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right. Peace out. All right. And we're gonna smoke one more bowl and then we're gonna get up out of here. All right. But yeah, we're ruffling feathers today because people got to remember, I just don't even give advice. Like if you're not winning championships, like, I mean, anybody could give advice, but I mean, man, there's so many people who are just not good at what they do, but because they might be better than the next person, like, just like, don't sour people with your wrong opinions. And and Crispy said, why is Smith-Schuster projection in the teens? In the teens. Pause. He said Smith-Shitter. It's because, man, like, he's probably going to get like 7 receptions over there. And if he has more than 30 yards, I mean, it's one. I'm assuming you're talking about the Debo offense, Debo offense only snatch a chain league where it's 1.0 PPR. Yeah, 6 or 7 receptions, 30 or 40 yards. That's 10 points right there. So, not too hard to be projected to be inside, projected for, 15, 14, something like that. Mari said in a single QB league, I pushed off QB. I got Goff, Love, Howell, Stafford are on waivers. Do I ride with Goff week 1? I'm riding with Goff week 1, baby. Joffrey, what up? And he said, should I trade Bijan and Marquise Brown for Justin Jefferson? I would, yeah. I mean, obviously it depends on your running back situation. Like if Bijan is like literally the only one you have and like it's complete trash. Besides that, I'd probably say no. But yeah, man, assuming you got some decent depth, like 2 or 3 good running backs, behind him. Yeah, man, do that. Do that shit. Make sure if you guys aren't subscribed to the Fantasy Football Funk channel, go subscribe. Help us get monetized over there as well. If you guys aren't in the fantasy Facebook groups, make sure you just go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. You got all the links where you can get into everything. We're about to cross 100,000 members in the Dynasty group. Let me Let me see. Or not the Dynasty group, in the redraft advice group. Let me see how many members we're at right now. We're at 97,000 members. We just crossed 97,000 members. We're about to cross 3,000, baby. Or I mean 100,000. We need 3 more thousand to cross 100,000. We're gonna get there because there's like 400 or 500 people like joining a day. And yeah, it's getting real big. I cannot pause. I can't even fucking believe how big that group is. I started it like, I think like 2017 was the year. So how many years ago was that? Like 7, 8 years, 7, 8 seasons ago. And first year, maybe like 200 or 300 people joined. Second year, you know, maybe it got up to like 1,000. And then it was like, I can't remember if COVID was the 3rd year of its existence or the 4th year, but it was like, we were already up to like 6,000, 5,000, something like that. And then COVID hit and it spiked to like, I don't know, 20,000. And yeah, maybe even more than that. Yeah, it went from like 6,000 to like 20,000, like just like that. And then it went from like 20,000 to 75,000, like just like that. Like it was insane. And Jim in the house, in that group we're talking about right now, and he said, had pick 6 in a 12-team PPR. Chase fell to me. I regret taking Mahomes super flex. You regret not taking Mahomes, you mean? Super flex went Chase, Jacobs, and Lawrence. I mean, I like T-Law as well, but yeah, I mean, depending on the scoring, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he is that dude. He is that dude. All right. And we appreciate everyone who's rocking with us because we got multiple people on the fantasy advice group watching for the redraft. We got some people watching in the dynasty redraft group. We got multiple people on Twitch, 420 Fantasy Hustler Network on Twitch. Go follow us over there. We got a bunch of people on the 420 Hustler Network showing love, as you guys always do. Appreciate everyone who rocked for the show because we've been going for 2.5 hours. We did a draft this morning, answered hundreds of questions. Hundreds of questions were answered this morning. If you're watching on Facebook right now, make sure you follow my page, just the personal page. As you'll see it there. It's where the live stream is coming from. Make sure you follow that page or friend me because you want to get notified when we go live, because we're always going live in there. I can only tag the group once a week, and I try to tag it on an advice post, you know, where we're answering questions like this, because there's some people who hate on it, but then there's a bunch of people who love it. And so, yeah, we're always going to show love to the people who really need the advice, and we're going to be here to help out. And, oh, yeah, don't forget, go grab some of the cool merch, guys. Oh, yeah, repping that Nug Life 420 Crew merch, 420 Crew merch.com. Go grab you a Nug Life shirt. We got a 420 shirt over, 420 Crew shirt over there. Got to work on getting more stuff up there. I've been so busy. It's like a million things to do and only so much time in the day. And Gits, yeah, I can rate your team. Throw it in. We do ratings, but it's more about like, I like to nitpick. I like to nitpick people's teams so you know where you need to attack the waivers, where you need to attack trades. But yeah, throw it in because we're about to get up out of here. So go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and do that now. Throw it in. Oh man, Tina said I'm back. This brisket looking bomb right now, man. Yeah, Noble's ass needs to hurry up and wake up. I wanted to take him to the park before it started getting all hot out here. And Tino said, "What are we doing? We're smoking. We're about to close it out." I was just waiting for Gits to throw his team in here. And let me see. And where is Gits watching? Let's see. We got 12-man PPR. I think he's on the 420 Hustler Network. Shout out. 12-man PPR. Cousins, Hall, Khalil Herbert, Chase, Cup, Waddle, Kittle, Godwin. What? This is what? 12-man? Oh, man. Like, how's Khalil Herbert? Like, how's Khalil Herbert one of your, like, top 2 guys? Like, bro, no, man. This is bad. I mean, I like your wide receivers and everything, but, man, Cousins and Hall as your running backs, like, this screams, like, headache. I got to give this one a D+, man. I got to give this one a D+. I'm going to recommend that you go to oneononeffadvice.com. Go get signed up over there, and you're going to get one-on-one access to me. So not just when we're doing YouTube live streams. Go subscribe over there, and you'll get on the superstar tier or higher. You'll get DM access to me. We're gonna have to work on some trades, hit the waiver wires. Like, we got a lot of work to do over there. You got some good pieces, but you got some very, very scary pieces over there too. Hey, Chaotic, what up, homegirl? What up, Chaotic? Did you find the other person for that ladies league? Dennis asked earlier. Dennis asked earlier. I was not sure. But yeah, did you feel it? Chaotic? Smoking on some garlic cookies right now. And Tino said, I'll go to the loony bin with you. I don't give a fuck, bro. Love that movie. I love Dante, man. He's the man. Dang it, Chaotic said no. Who has a lady in this chat right now who would love to get into a fantasy league that I'm hosting, that Chaotic is like the commissioner of? And I'm gonna, just before I forget, Chaotic, I'm gonna give you the commissioner status right now as well, because I meant to do that, but I always just keep forgetting. There we go. All right. Chaotic. I totally forgot. Yeah, you should have been had commissioner status over here. Totally been slacking on that. And what time's the draft, Chaotic? I could still do the Chaotic said, please find me a woman. We need another lady to join. Come on. And not you guys who are gonna, like, say you identify as a woman just for the purposes of being in this draft. All right. Yeah, Chaotic said natural born. Exactly. A natural born woman. And who said I got tagged in this? Steven said I got tagged in this. Everybody in the group got tagged in this. It's a fantasy advice post where we're answering fantasy questions. Hey, Noble woke up.
What did your parents name you when you were born?
Well, what my name is, they named me Alex. Chaotic said we got to do it tonight. I think 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern.
Well,
okay.
Can I join your show, please?
And you're already on the show, man. And Derek said, "Salute Noble." We're about to close everything down right now. So you came in here just right at the tail end, bro. Bruh. And Chaotic said he has risen. Noble in the house. All right. So we need one more lady who can join the Women's Fantasy League. Come on. This is going to be a nice one. It's a super flex league.
Facebook user.
Yeah.
I got tagged in this.
Yeah.
You tagged him?
I tagged everybody. Everybody in the group got tagged. All right.
But who's the Facebook user name?
His name is it doesn't matter what his name is.
Tell me right now.
His name's Steven.
Okay.
So tell Steven sorry if this annoyed you.
Sorry if this annoyed you.
You gotta talk louder.
I'm sorry if this annoyed you.
No, talk louder and in a normal voice.
I'm sorry if this annoyed you.
And Tina said, the mystery Facebook dude, you're making Noble upset. Come to YouTube. Yes.
His name is Steven.
His name is Steven.
Wait, I forgot.
What'd you forget?
My lock.
Oh, Noble's got the lock for his wallet. There we go.
I have a lot of money in here.
And see, chaotic, nobody can say anything when Noble apologizes, right? Oh, man, everybody loved that. All right, we're going to get out of here. Noble, say peace out to everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out, peeps. We'll see you at 3 for the 3 QB draft. Let's go.
Can I join?
Maybe. We'll see. Peace out, everybody.
Dad, maybe you should.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the, 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 y'all don't really